2-0. Where the laughter is. And sometimes even the tear too. Let's go where we feel safe enough to share our opinions.
And send tweets.
Where we do that embarrassing little dance to our favorite song. Let's go home where the love, the care, and the joy live.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Sports day of the year. It had to be yesterday. Oh my God. Accra to folk beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko by a lone goal. And those are the victories that taste the best. You know, what are the chances that your two teams will give you such joy? And you know, the worst part is that Godfrey decided to stay away from air today. He said, he was scheduled to be here. His phone is not even going through.
They will watch highlights.
And you know, he supports Kotoko and Man U. He's a compendium of bad choices. You know, he's supporting all the wrong teams.
I say they will watch highlights. I will make sure that I edit highlights and put on my timeline for those who want to avoid it.
They have to.
You know?
So I know he's hiding under a pillow listening to the show. He's like hiding under a pillow. Yeah. Today we'll discuss football. Charles Kickoff is next, brought to you by Shell. Our fuel save super, our fuel save diesel, and our V-Power have been designed to last longer. Their triple action formula improves engine efficiency, prevents deposit buildup, and protects your engine from wear and corrosion for extra clean, extra protection, and extra savings. Switch to Shell Fuel Save today because extra kilometers go a long way. And talk to Lesheho about our competitive school bus loan with convenient payment terms. Call Michael on 057-411-7851. Let's do it together. Lesheho, let's improve life.
Hearts of Folk emerged winners of the President's Cup after beating rivals Asante Kotoko. Liverpool bury Man United by 7 unanswered goals to keep top 4 hopes alive. And in the NBA, there were wins for the Clippers, the Suns, and the Lakers. With some boxing, and Ghana's amateur boxing team, the Black Bombers, will go head-to-head against the national youth team, the Black Rockets, at the 2023 Independence Day Rumble later tonight. Now, the Ghana Boxing Federation has put together 17 exciting bouts ahead of the highly anticipated night at the Bukom Boxing Arena. Ghana's Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is expected to be the special guest of honor for the event. Let's move on to some other stuff in sports. Minister Mustafa Yusuf has called on Ghanaians to support the government in giving the late Christian Atsu a befitting state burial. Now, the former Black Stars winger who died in the devastating earthquakes in Turkey last month will be laid to rest on March 17 at the forecourts of the State House. Mustafa Yusuf spoke to City Sports at the one-week ceremony of Achu held over the weekend.
The funeral itself is going to be a state funeral. Government is going to take over every cost because of the contribution of Christian Achu to the development of Ghana football, and also at the same time, the way and manner Christian Achu passed on is something that is devastating to everyone. And that is the only time we should all come together as a country to give our brother, our son, a befitting funeral. So we wish the football family and the immediate Achu family our condolence on behalf of the government and the President of the Republic.
You heard Sports Minister Mustafa Yusuf speaking there. Let's move on to the Ghana Premier League. And it doubled as the President's Cup, especially with that game between Accra Heart of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko Heart of Oak emerged 1-0 winners of the game. Kunedu Yadom scoring the only goal of that particular encounter. Assistant coach for Accra Heart of Oak, David Oklu, lauded his players for beating the Porcupine Warriors.
Let me congratulate my boys first, because they've done a yeoman's job. Yeah, I told your other colleague that my boys promise they are going to work their ass out and win this game. And thank God, this is just the beginning. Yeah, like I told you, we are going to work hard because they promised me they are going to work hard. And I know, and I trust them for that.
Out of Oak assistant coach David Oklu speaking there. Let's move on to some other results from the matches that were played. Samatex, they beat Adriana Stars by 1-0. Tamale City lost 1-0 to Accra Lions. There was Bechim United versus Bibiani Gold Stars 2-0. The other game ended in favor of Bechim United. Midiama also were at home when they won 1-0 against Brekum Chelsea. Legon City also played out a 1-1 draw with RTU. In Swatraman will be up against Kotoku Royals. There's Kim Faisal taking on Accra Great Olympics. That game ended 2-0 in favor of Kim Faisal. And then Dreams FC and Karela played out a goalless draw. When you get to the table, Adriana Stars 36 points, Accra Lions on 34 points. There's Bechem United on 33, and Hearts of Oak coming fourth on 31 points. So that's what the league table is looking like. Let's move on to the English Premier League, where it was all about Liverpool. Big result on the game weekend, thrashing rivals Manchester United by 7-0. Let's hear from Mohamed Salah, Liverpool winger. He says that they need to keep a level head following their distraction of their rivals.
Yeah, it's a very special to win a game like that with that result, but in the same time, I don't want that give us like we go to the next game with overconfidence or something. We just need to stay humble and just play and win the games, because we are not in a position we wanted to be. But hopefully that give us a good push and we make us keep winning. However, I think now we are fifth in the table, so hopefully and 3 points behind Spurs. So we have still, I think, one game in hand as well. I'm not sure, but we just need to enjoy the game, and I think when we play to enjoy the game, just to play our football, and that's what we showed last couple of weeks.
Is it possible, out of all 129, say which one was your favourite, or was it the 129th? Because it meant so much to you.
The last one. I don't think it's a really great goal, but I think it was really special.
You heard Mohamed Salah speaking there. Let's get to Man United captain Bruno Fernandes. He also shared his thoughts on what he felt about the defeat.
We had setbacks in the past. We have to come back again, because this is what it's about. This is what Manchester United is about. We can go down, but we have to get back because we know how good we are. We know that today we didn't show and we didn't perform at our level, but we know that this team is really good and this team can do really good things. Today was not the case, but I'm pretty sure that this team will still doing great things together with the fans that I have to appreciate their all support and for all the appreciation they have there that at the end of the game, even in a game like this when you lose against your biggest rival.
Bruno Fernandes plays for Manchester United. Arsenal Football Club also needed to come back from 2 goals down to beat AFC Bournemouth by 3-2. Mikel Arteta says the Bournemouth game was the most emotional he's felt at Arsenal to date.
The loudest and the most emotional moment that we have lived together. Obviously, the journey that we've been in together, and how the supporters and the team are gliding together. adding the important moment that we had today, it was really special. Crazy. It's like you lose sight of where you are. I started to run and I didn't really know what I was running to, but just looking the faces of everybody, the staff, the players, our supporters with that smile, that joy in their eyes, it's just great to live. That's 4 in a shock, and winning 4 games in straight away in the Premier League, it's very difficult. We've done 3 in a week, which is even harder, and we've done it in various ways, and that should generate more belief.
Mikel Arteta as Arsenal head coach. Let's move on to the camp of Manchester City. They were 2-0 victors over Newcastle United. Pep Guardiola says the next 3 games will define Manchester City.
We won the game. We didn't suffer much at the end. So, yeah, incredible good result for us because a tricky game. Before international break, 3 games, each one in different competitions. We will define our season. So Crystal Palace, Leipzig, and Burnley. Before international break, we'll define what we want to do or what we are able to do the rest of the season.
Pep Guardiola is Manchester City head coach. Chelsea were also 1-0 winners over Leeds United. Let's hear from Graham Potter on Chelsea's win.
Important win for us. I thought it was a spirited performance. I thought we played well in the first half, attacked well. Obviously got the goal in the second half, and then, as you'd expect with the moment we've been in, the form we've been in, it was a little bit nervous. At the same time, we're happy with a clean sheet. 1-0 shows a lot of character from the players. No, we have to focus on the next match. That's how it is. Fighting for the points. We're fighting to win football matches. We haven't done that enough, which is my responsibility, which I accept. And we have to win some more games. We start on Tuesday. We've got a big game. So we'll take the confidence and we'll take the nice feeling that we have now and recover and prepare and try our best on Tuesday night.
Chelsea head coach Graham Potter speaking there. To some other results, and Nottingham Forest played out a 2-2 draw with Everton. Southampton beat Leicester by 1-0. Wolves also beat Tottenham by 1-0. And then Brighton and Hove Albion, they made light work of West Ham United, winning that game by 4-0. Aston Villa, they were also 1-0 winners against Crystal Palace. And then Brentford will take on Newcastle. Brentford will take on Fulham later tonight in Monday Night Football. So that's what's going on as far as the English Premier League is concerned. Good game week for all teams involved. Let's finish off with some basketball, and the Clippers, they won their first game since they signed Russell Westbrook against the Memphis Grizzlies. Phoenix Suns were also up against the Dallas Mavericks in a game that was really, really entertaining. The Suns, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker helping the Suns over the line in that game. The Pacers beat the Bulls on the road. The Lakers needed a 39-point performance from Anthony Davis to beat the Golden State Warriors. And then Mikal Bridges, he continues to be hot as the Brooklyn Nets overpowered the Charlotte Hornets. In the other games that were played, there were wins for the Portland Trail Blazers. There were also wins for the Rockets, then also the New York Knicks. So the Knicks have beaten the Boston Celtics in back-to-back games in overtime. That's how it played out in the NBA last night. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. My name is Benjamin Nketiah. There's more sports at citysportsonline.com.
Trust the process. The biggest things often start small. No matter where you are now, the most important decision you will make today is knowing where you'll be tomorrow. All you have to do is take the next step, believe in your journey, and go with passion. Because when you go with passion, you go big. You explore the possibilities. You create the tomorrow of your dreams. So come along and let's go big with our passion. Apply for a loan now and power your ambitions. Get plugged in. Let's go big. Powered by Lesieho.
Extra, extra, let me tell you all about it.
Hey, Dolomistic. You and this your extra thing. Abeg, tell me about it.
Abenquine, look, extra is what you and your car get when you switch to Shell Fuel Save. Extra protection, extra clean, and extra savings. You get it?
And no, I mean, tell me extra.
Shell Fuel Save is designed to improve engine efficiency instantly and with triple action formula that helps protect your engine from wear, corrosion, and deposit. So you get extra kilometers out of your drive.
Sir, and you're not extra, good for your engine. Extra, good for your pocket.
Extra kilometers goes a long way. Switch to Shell Fuel Save today. Go well.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Keys. What could be simpler than a key? Who doesn't have a key? A car key, an office key, a drawer key. But there's one key that rules them all. The house key. The key to a place we call home. The key to the home where everything comes together. The key to a home that is our own. A home where we make life happen with our families and loved ones. Adoha has been working hard for over 30 years to make home ownership within reach for many. Say yes to property with Adoha. Your dream home is one call away. Your dream home is a few clicks away. Visit our Accra project, The Place, by calling 03027899757.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety, creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
It's creamy, creamy plus, delicious milk. Creamy plus for you.
Creamy Plus is a delightfully delicious option whenever and wherever the occasion calls for milk. For your quick meals on the go or quality time at the dining table, jazz up your favorite Gary soakings, mashed kenke, cereals, and all hot and cold beverages with a creamy, protein-rich, healthy option of milk. Creamy Plus evaporated milk with vegetable fat is all you need to stay on the go. Creamy Plus evaporated milk is now available in a shop near you.
For bulk purchases, please contact Les Farm Distributors at Medina Ritz Junction on 0501 682 522, or Grace has found us at Akoko Photo Dansoman on 0245 162 747.
Creamy Plus for you.
Creamy Plus evaporated milk.
This message has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Oh, Jack, where are you in a hurry to?
Child, I'm going to Imperial to do my car insurance.
What's happening there? Because Info and Yaba also told me they're going there this morning for their car insurance.
Master, you haven't heard. No, the Imperial is the name in insurance in Ghana here.
Really?
Share. Imperial General is saying, come insure your vehicle with them at any of their branches or agents or even online from now till the end of March 2023 and get yourself handsome rewards. Fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many, many more. And here's the catch. During this reward period, you will also get a free 1-year life insurance cover in addition to your motor insurance cover.
What the wow! So does it include with the taxi drivers and the e-taxis?
Hey, everybody qualifies, so just come insure your car and you are done. Call 0302 788 955 for further details. T's and C's apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xBet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH to get 300% bonus up to 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Health Tidbits is brought to you by the Nyaho Medical Center.
Happy Independence Day and welcome to Now, do you know that non-communicable diseases, NCDs, as we call them, are on the rise globally? And these are mostly chronic conditions that usually involve long-term medical care. More than examples are diabetes, heart disease, chronic kidney disease, cancers, asthma. It is important to work closely with your healthcare provider to manage your symptoms, avoid your condition. Remember, treating chronic conditions takes time and patience. Don't hesitate to ask questions. Seek support from a qualified for an effective chronic care management. Speak to our team. Call or WhatsApp us 050 143 for further enquiry or follow Yahoo Medical Center social media for more health in the city. Yahoo, improving your quality.
Health Tidbits was brought to you by the Yahoo Medical Center.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Ago.
Citi Breakfast Show. Today's a holiday, taking it easy. We will take you on the Caravan because it started in earnest. It's presently on its way out of the Ashanti region, headed for the Upper East region. But grabbing your favorite drink for all your different occasions can be tricky. No need to stress. Your favorite Coca-Cola has got you covered. If you're looking for a real ice cold refreshment to quench your thirst and complement your meals, then go on and grab your favorite 300 ml Coke Classic plastic bottle now at 5 Ghana cedis, or your same size 300 ml Coke Zero, Fanta or Sprite plastic bottle at 4 cedis to keep the enjoyment going. You can also grab your 1.5 liter Coke Classic bottle at 20 Ghana cedis and your same size 1.5 liter Coke Zero, Fanta or Sprite at 18 cedis to share with friends and family. Bring the excitement and fun to all your occasions and enjoy the real ice cold refreshment with your friends and family. And the One Ghana promo is here with just 1 CD. You have 20 minutes talk time to all other networks and 1 gig of data every day between 5 a.m. and 11:59 a.m. Dial star 530 # subscribe and enjoy longer conversations and enjoy browsing. The Vodafone One Ghana promo is the best value offer in town. It's easy on your pocket. Save big when you subscribe to the One Ghana promo daily. Vodafone, further together. All right, a few happy birthday greetings coming in, Sky, this morning.
Yep. So the first one is going out to Mrs. Joyce Ansa Entry. This is coming in from your kids and then also your husband.
Okay.
They're celebrating you for all the good things that you have brought into their lives. You have impacted society positively, and many around you celebrate you today. And they say you should live longer and continue to impact their world.
Okay. And then this one is coming into our mother, Elizabeth Samoa of Springing Stars, Montessori. She's 70. She's the epitome of wisdom and strength and a very forgiving soul. May she be blessed in these times. Love from her children. And of course, Mr. Eric Sadi Kutonchi. He is the progenitor and the Nali Matengere of the First Sky Group.
Thank you.
He is the main man at the Serene Hotel.
Yes.
And he is also in charge of First Sky Commodities.
Yeah, that's right.
He's a big man.
And then also, Serene Insurance.
He's a major guy. He's a major figure in the system. All right, now don't let the stress of planning the burial or funeral service of your loved one distract you from bidding your final goodbyes. Let Caravan take charge of collecting the funeral donations while you take care of the rest. Our Sama collection platform is the real-time online collection platform which helps you easily manage all donations, be it cash, check, or digital. To learn more, call our relationship managers or call 0800 500 500. That's 0800 500 500. Or send an email to customercare@calbank.net. And it's the Imperial Insure and Win promo from now to 31st March. Insure a vehicle with Imperial General Assurance and win handsome rewards. Just insure and pick your rewards, fuel coupons, gift vouchers, special souvenirs, and more. Call us today on 0302 788 955 or 0577 667 436 or talk to any of our agents across the country. We're giving you a free 1-year life insurance cover as part of your motor insurance cover. So get it double from Imperial General. Solid protection.
Where the heart is, let the trumpet sound victory. The battle that we won is a battle for a peace. We promise on an honor that we'll never fight again.
And if you're looking to bank the easy way, then join Zenith Bank's Easy Banking family. Download the Z Mobile Ghana app, log on to our individual or corporate internet banking platforms, or simply dial *966#. Enjoy seamless banking on the go. You can make transfers, you can top up airtime, you can pay bills, and do so much more. All right, so the Caravan set off on Saturday. I was there in the morning before they set off. Here's a quick report from our Fred Duho telling you what you need to know about this year's Heritage Caravans.
I'm looking at how the people are chopping on the Caravan. Charlie,
surprising you.
Charlie, the way they are blowing the tube, Bernard.
We'll connect with them shortly. Let's hear how they set off initially.
It's anticipated City TV's Heritage Caravan this year. Today, which is March 4, 2023, is basically here. And as we speak, vehicles as of 5 at this juncture, where even the MD of the marketing manager are also helping.
The best part for me was when my car got here, someone was ready to assist back out. That's actually you guys, because they are
What are you looking forward to?
Oh, a wonderful trip.
Ago.
We were there last year, so we have a fair idea of
Ago.
what to expect. So we are looking forward to a great trip.
Ago.
So tagging of cars is taking place. We hold on to the cars and then they're taking their students from the world.
Last year was about fun. They're diplomatic band. By this year, where the party
Now let me take you to the registration table at this where we have the sale of t-shirts. Make me aware we have a date in Ghana. What the registration is taking place. You can see all our brands and the staff of the are present. We have the Make in Ghana, Make It Ghana t-shirts available for our clients and even for the general public.
Momentous adventure throughout this country. I mean, heard of a lot of beautiful places that I will have the opportunity to go and see for myself. And sincerely, it's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Vehicles on joining the convoy. So when we are done, they will all get on board the bus where we will set off from Accra after everything. And when we head towards the Volta region, we are going to have the Jama session. So at this point, I want to now take you into the bus.
Oh, yes. Made it. But Charlie, it takes some time.
The people you see in your shot are exhausted as I am. It's quite hectic going down there to the valley, and then the worst part of it is climbing up. You can see one of our drivers coming, so exhausted, and he's taking it slowly. Are you sure you'll be able to drive us again? So, are still coming, and this is the interesting part of it. Those who have not done exercise in a long while, they, she's panting like. How did it go down there?
Oh, it was fun. It was a nice experience. So my cardio level, my heart rate, my heart is really pumping right now.
It was challenging. Come on. It was challenging, but it was such an adventure and such an experience. You won't even experience it if somebody tells you. You won't even fathom. You would only have to come here to experience it, to understand it. And we got to do that only with Heritage Caravan. And of course, with COVID. Just go get natural always.
You are welcome. Heritage Caravan. Welcome.
the Volta region through Senchi, and they experienced the wonders of Amejope on day one. It was a long drive, and they finally got to the canopy walkway, which they really, really enjoyed. There are quite a number of canopy walkways. Indeed, I was checking the number of tourist sites in that region. There are quite a number of canopy walkways in the region. The one at Amejope being one of the best. Let's touch base with the Caravan Nights. Umaru Sanda Amadu. This is his first heritage caravan. Oh. I don't know where he is now. Umarusku.
Bengoku, you are missing so much, Charlie. You are missing so much. But now I see what you came to enjoy the last time without us. Good morning.
Where are you, Sanda?
Charlie, we are somewhere. We've just gone past. Okay, we are in Ashanti region generally. We are driving out of Kumasi, making our way northwards because the caravan has to arrive in Bolga tonight. And from the estimated time of arrival, we should be there by 6 p.m. And we left Kumasi around 6. We spent the night in Ejisu in Kumasi, and we are headed out of the region. It's going to be a long drive. It's going to be a long day. Caravan nights are... We are picking up slowly. Right now, we are listening to Methodist hymns, and people are humming along. That's those who cannot sing. Moshata is using his deep voice, to just give us the back bass. But in the back of the bus, and I'm going to walk from front to back and just try and let you hear from people here and there. But we moved from, first of all, the Volta region where we went to Amejope. We climbed that mountain, which was very steep, Bernard. I mean, I've never seen a mountain like that before in my life. And the fact that the steps were so steep, it was stressful but exciting. It opened up a lot of things in that region to us. We spent the night in Royal Senchi. From there, we moved yesterday. Did a brunch at Stomanya Akuse Junction, went through Edu Chrome, climbed the mountain, descended into Koforidua, and then continued to Ejisu where we spent the night. But we made a stop at Bunso yesterday for some wonderful fufu. And if you look on our social media platform, you see people swallowing muzzles of fufu as though their lives depended on it, which is actually what they came to. And so, yeah, we spent the night in Ejisu, moving now out of the Ashanti region, headed for the Upper East region. So, in fact, I have someone who is from Upper East. He's going to be a de facto tour guide today. Kwesi B, talk to us about the Upper East region even before we get there.
Upper East. There's so much amazing things in Upper East. Although we are very small, you get a crocodile pond there. People are amazing people, and we like to see foreigners and people not from the region, so that we show them our culture, the way we eat. But definitely, I hope we'll try our T-set and guinea fowl.
Fantastic. T-set and guinea fowl, Bernard. The guinea fowl, some of them flew away, but some are still in the Upper East region. We'll be getting there. So let me see from you. Who would want to take a shot? Anybody? Let me start from here. Hello. Okay.
Hi.
Yes. How has it been for you? Do it pray from the caravan?
Oh, it's been amazing.
So this is Eddie now.
Yeah, Eddie. So I would have spent the day in bed. I would have even watched the state match, but here I am. Like I'm already satisfied, and the day just started.
Excellent.
And yeah.
Which one is the highlight for you so far?
The first night, I think it was everything. Like I don't go out and dance, but I found myself dancing and having fun and jumping, and I saw some pictures of myself. Like, hey, yeah, I'm really, really having fun. So first.
Thank you. Let me go. So Cicho is Everman, but he's been spending the whole day giving us history of Ashanti. I don't know if some of his facts can be corroborated or supported. But Cicho, how is it going? How can English?
Yeah.
So how is it going for you so far?
It's been amazing. It's amazing. It's I don't even know what to say, but I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. Yeah.
All right, let me go to the next. I have a Hajia and Alaji here. Hajia and Alaji, who speaks? Is it Alaji or Hajia?
Lege bo.
Okay, so that's our choir leader. Let's take it. Guys.
Lege bo.
lege bo. Lege bo, la lege bo. Angele bo. Ah, see after you do all. So that's the summary from Nigeria. Anyway, I'm still going to the back. Best man Kokufio is an associate member of CTF. Best man, you did at what's the word? Royal Saint and then yesterday you Bojo. So yesterday you was living on the bus. Is your energy back? I'm better today. How has it been for you so far, Mr. Saleh? It's been smooth. It's been smooth. There's a lot of excitement and fun. We are looking forward to get to Borga safely and then party there tonight as well. So far, so good. It's been smooth. So far, so good. Uncle Sam, how is the fire going? Is it going well? You are the coach chilling at the back here with the big music and more fire, Umaru, more fire. What are you looking up to? What are you expecting? The vibe. Wait, you were playing cards this early morning. I thought we were listening to Methodist hymns. Then these guys at the back are playing cards. Who is winning? It's General. It's General FIFA. It's General FIFA is winning. General FIFA is winning. Yes. But Nata is losing. Nata is losing. Oh. Mr. Van, I will find you are losing. Okay, no. Then we also have a medical doctor, 2 medical doctors on the Heritage Caravan. In bus 3, we are privileged to have the doctor on board with us. Doc, how is it going so far? Who has complained about what? Don't share the very fine details, but share with me how it's been so far.
So far, so good. We've been managing. I mean, had a few pitches here and there, but we've managed. Everything is under control, so there's nothing to be worried about.
Any collapse, any running something?
Running something, yes, but no collapse so far. So we are managing.
I'm losing my voice to start working on getting something.
You don't have a problem. I have everything for you.
Thank you. Bernard, so I'll let you have questions.
Yes, Sandra, I just wanted to find out from you yourself personally. I know you travel around the country a lot, and I remember during your vacations, you sit in the trotro and then you just drive on the Eastern Corridor and stuff. How different is the caravan experience for you? Because you are somebody who actually knows the country pretty well. So anything that has surprised you, anything that has caught your attention so far?
Yeah, so what will be different here is that the one I do is usually I'm alone. I don't know anybody. I'm just on a bus randomly as a passenger. People don't even know what I'm doing. I'm documenting. But this one, you are coordinating a team of 150 people so that you ensure that they are safe on the travel, their bus, the luggage, everything. It's a full new experience. The last time I saw something like this was when I went for the IVOP program in the U.S., and we were 54 journalists across the country. And I remember we had chaperones all around. I didn't know it was this Herculean task where someone will come and say that they can't find their achomo or they can't find something in their bag. And you have to coordinate with drivers. Or better, you are moving, and then someone says they have to do number 1. That one is fine. Number 1 is easy to do. But when the person says number 2, then it means you have to quickly coordinate because the caravan, you just can't stop in the middle of nowhere. You have to join the team and have to alert all buses so that the front car or the lead car stops. All the cars that are following would have to stop. So it looks different from what I know. About the countryside itself, we just started from the south. We are now climbing up. Up for the southern side, nothing strange. The road to Amejofa, I thought again, like a lot of our tourist sites, there's some improvement that needs to be done. First of all, the road is narrow. You have buses coming there. And then the issue of the poor nature of that road. Don't forget that it is the beginning of the Eastern Corridor, that road. And the Eastern Corridor has been a notorious route over the period where government upon government fixing that road has always been a headache for them. Now, when we did a connection, because when we left the Eastern region headed for, well, we're still in Eastern region, say let's say the eastern side of Eastern region heading to the western side of Eastern region, we got to Somanya, and then we had to do a quick branch to the right and climb the mountains through Edukrom. Now that road is going to undergo construction, but it doesn't look that good. So a road issue there that has to be sorted out. Coming all the way to Kumasi, the issue is, Bernard, I have been to Cote d'Ivoire, our neighbor, and I have seen a journey of between Abidjan and Yamoussoukro, 250 kilometers. They dualize that road. Because of the dualization, head-on collision between vehicles is really a rarity. But over here, on our way, I noticed 1 or 2 accidents on the road. And of course, that has to do with the fact that our international road, a road that connects Ghana to our northern neighbors, a road that facilitates the transport of cargo from the port is still a single lane on the day we are celebrating 66 years. I think if Ivory Coast can do that, connect Yamoussoukro to Abidjan of 250 kilometers, dual carriage, that should be very, very little for us to do. And yet, I don't see a lot of improvement happening here. So that would be an issue I have with roads.
With the roads. What about the Bonyure experience? I don't know if you've been there before. How was it like for you going to the Ashanti region to look at the Kente? I understand there was a whole deba to welcome the team.
Indeed. So the EU office in Ghana did a coordinated event with the Heritage Caravan team, and we met at Bonyure. I've never seen Bonyure before. I only saw it in my textbook, and I remember you know that song. I mean, yesterday was exciting seeing the loom. I have been to Agbozume, I've been to Kliko, and I know how weaving is done generally. But this is Ashanti weaving I am seeing behind the loom, which is maybe a bit different from what I used to know. I don't know how to weave myself. I tried to do it yesterday, but I was afraid that the pin or the needle they use would harm my fingers, so I get an injured thumb. So yes, it was exciting. The EU ambassador to Ghana made a personal donation of a loom, a brand new loom, to one of the young men from that area, and it's going to inspire a lot of the community members. Bonyure itself looks beautiful. Last year when the Caravanites came here, I'm told their grounds were not looking good, as in the compound of the tourist center at Bonyure. Today, when we got here, Bernard, they had done a beautiful pavement. The chief who received that colorful, they gave a wonderful Kente cloth to the EU ambassador, which was a very beautiful spectacle. And then when we eventually moved through last night to Ejisu Noda Hotel where we spent the night, then there was a pool party, which means there was a pool, which means there was water, which means Thunder would dive in and do what he knows how to do best. And it was exciting and it was fun. I don't know how to dance. Swimming, I do. So what I have, I give unto the Lord. Silver and gold have I none.
So today you left Kumasi, Ejisu through Kumasi town, and you're going to, and being the political journalist, I'm sure you will be looking at some constituencies as well. Are you seeing political activity pick up? Are you seeing billboards?
Not yet. What I did was yesterday we spent the night in the Deputy Finance Minister, Dr. John Kuma's constituency. I didn't see much of activity. On our way this morning, what I saw is people who are sweeping along the streets, trying to clean the area. And I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, on our 66th anniversary, even though this is not Henry Quarty's Ashanti region, this is Simon Osemensa's Ashanti region. And it appears that he also has got people in line, and they are doing general cleaning for the big day. We're going to travel through a part of Savannah region on our way. We'll do a quick break into one of the BA regions, and then we move continuous to the northern region. Then we drive through the vice president's hometown of Wale, and then we land in Bolgatanga. So there's a lot of activities planned for tonight, and then tomorrow we'll go see the Paga Crocodile Pond. We'll do a quick entry into Burkina Faso, choose some wonderful chichinga before returning to Ghana and continue with the Heritage Caravan.
Charlie, you're a big man. Tell the Bastille people that I envy them, that whatever they do, they should do one for me.
No problem. Bastille, Bernard said you should sing for him, and if you sing, and if you dance, and Jama. In fact, we're even watching Mr. Ibu the last time, Bernard. It was so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Anything you give to us, we'll turn it into lemonade.
I tell you, thank you, Marusanda. So Marusanda on Bastille, on the Heritage Caravan. I'm going to take you across some highlights of what they did yesterday in Bonyure and a couple of other things. But I just wanted to tell you some quick things to know. The Cybersecurity Authority, in exercising its mandate, has started the licensing of cybersecurity service providers and accreditation of cybersecurity establishments and professionals in the country. The regulatory activity is from the 1st of March to the 30th of September. Details on the licensing accreditation can be found on our website, csa.gov.gh. Note that CSPs who operate without license after 30th September will be liable to pay administrative penalties in accordance with the Cybersecurity Act. Individuals and organizations are accordingly advised on their own interest to engage the services of only licensed and accredited industry players. And if you're finding it challenging managing our value-added services on Vodafone, The Vodafone Content Manager now allows you to check, control, and subscribe to value-added services with ease. Be in control of all your mobile content subscriptions and choose the type of content that suits your style. Simply dial *463# or visit my Vodafone app now to conveniently manage all your content subscriptions. Vodafone, further together. All right, I'm taking you back on the caravan, and first I'm going to take you to the what happened in Bonyure, where the chief of the area, Nana Bobi Ansa, appealed to government and international organizations to invest in the weaving of Kente. You'll also hear from the EU ambassador who was on the trip as well.
I will emphasize on Kente because it's one of our major trades. We will partner European Union, support and assistance to enable us compete internationally in markets in terms of funding and branding. Your Excellency, in recent times, we have witnessed very significant market fall for the Kente cloth on manufactured, which is beyond our expectation. Our major problem we are currently faced with is the importation of raw material and cost of labor for the Kente cloth, thereby making it very expensive.
So that was Nana Bobi, and let's hear from the EU ambassador as well. He was part of yesterday's event in Bonyure.
And the historical traditions, and this is why the European Union has supported already Citi. I hope the other outlets will not be jealous because we are supporting of many cities' initiatives. We have supported the Back to Your Village Food Bazaar. We have supported This is Ghana Fair last year, and I would like to do even more. At the heart of these traditions are creatives, entrepreneurs, and artisans, and Ghana is ripe with people passionate and invested in their art forms and creation, like here, Ibon Ray, the heart of Kente production.
More on the caravan coming up shortly. Also joining us this morning, the old boys of Adisadel College, celebrating their speech day this weekend. Two of the 1998 year group will be joining me to talk about what they are doing for their alma mater.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nick Bakpo, Thompson,
yes,
and
Neil and
Banama.
Yeah.
Charlie, I don't know say Banama be my mate too.
Charlie,
Banama, you look like big man grow.
Yeah, because the money and
no, but Neil, was he a growy?
No, he wasn't a growy.
He wasn't a growy.
No. But
I didn't know that he was
the enjoyment.
We'll see. So all of that coming up shortly. Citi Breakfast Show. Just wanted to mention some of the sites again. So the Sky, last Friday we did a quiz.
Yep.
And nobody won.
Yeah, we couldn't pick it up.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question this morning. Which is the most visited tourist attraction in the Brong Ahafo area?
Brong Ahafo, then it has to be
Brong Ahafo. Brong Ahafo.
It should be Wabi Fiama is in a Brong Ahafo region.
Is there? But it's not. Wabi Fiama is the third most visited.
The third?
It's not even the second.
Well, it wasn't even the second.
No, it's not.
Where else would that be? I mean, I can't.
Kintampo Falls.
Kintampo water. Yes.
Kintampo waterfalls has 18,000.
Yes, 18,000 visitors
per year.
Yeah.
Which is the most visited tourist attraction in the Upper West region?
Upper West region.
Yes.
I
don't know. I'm sure you don't know.
It should be the pond, the crocodile pond.
Yes, you're right. Yes. Not crocodile
hippo
pond.
sanctuary.
The Wichao Community Hippo Sanctuary is the most visited place in the Upper West region. Okay, let me give you another one. Which is the most visited place in the Western region?
Western region. It should be the village on Stilt.
Yes, you're right. In Zulezu.
Yes.
8,865. You're right. What about the Volta region? Which is the most visited tourist site in the Volta region?
The Volta region, it should be either Devli or the Amajofe.
Choose one. You can't choose two. You have to choose one.
Okay, let me go with Amajofe.
No,
it's Billy.
is 18,101 visits.
Wow.
That's the waterfalls. They have 18,000 visits. That's followed by the Tagbo waterfall, Mount Afaja, the Ativote. And then the Tafiatome monkey sanctuary is number 3. Okay, which is the most visited tourist site in the Savannah region?
Savannah region. Savannah is carved out of the northern region.
Yeah.
Savannah region.
You have to know. This one is the easiest.
Mole.
Yes, Mole National Park.
Yes.
16. You know what's funny? So more people visit than Mole. Mole has 16,461.
That's the biggest park, right?
Yes, Mole is huge. Mole has 16,000 visitors. Okay, what about the Eastern region?
The Eastern region.
This one is the easiest.
Eastern region should be the Ibri.
Yes, Ibri Botanical Garden. In fact, it's the most visited place in Ghana.
Yes.
You know, Central region.
Central region should be. So we have Central region should be the castle. Which of them? Hold on. Is it Kakum?
Kakum.
It should be Kakum.
Yeah, right. Kakum.
Then you have the
then Elmina Castle.
Elmina Castle.
So actually no. Cape Coast. So Kakum is 136,000. Cape Coast is 86,000.
86,000. Wow.
Yeah. Last question for the day. The most visited place in Ashanti region.
Ashanti region. Hold on. It's the something museum. Hold on. Kumasi something.
Yes, Kumasi Zoo.
Yeah,
Kumasi is 114. The museum is number 2, actually. The museum is number 2. Anyway, you did well. So the books that I got from what do you call it? Book Nook. I will keep it for this Friday and do another quiz.
But so me, will give me the.
Oh, you know, qualify. You don't get anything.
Why is that? Because
I'm not getting anything correct. Even on Friday, you didn't get anything.
Oh, but you just said that I did well. You are not sure I don't get anything.
Okay, I'll give you one of the books. they gave me 4 books. I'll give you Kofi Akpablis book.
Okay. Why is it that when it comes to me, you are taking this?
No, because you are from my father's side. I'm not from my mother's side. So I'll give you one. We'll be right back. This is Citi Breakfast Show. Later in the morning as well, we'll give you highlights of our week 1 on-air series. We've been focused on the Eastern region for week 1, with Kweku, Dakwa, and Kra. But before that, I'll be speaking to friends from Adisado College. We'll still touch base with the Caravan Nights. There's more coming from the Heritage Caravan. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yo, bro, I beg, make you give me correct shock absorber. Or make a do video concept, then take the Gaussian P for the engine show you.
Hey, yawa, every morning you the tear calls, they browse, actually, something they.
Hey, tell God, the way town make hot, I grow best one if it be you where you get Vodafone 1 Ghana promo them out. 20 minutes talk time to call all networks, where you start get data and 1 gig from 5 a.m. to 11:59 a.m. Bye. Anka, you go do pass me safe, Anka. You dial *530#. Make we enjoy. You go fit subscribe as many times as you want.
Yes, plantain chips.
Yo, sweet Ama, take this by Vodafone 1 Ghana bundle. Moku vibe plus video calls and things. You catch the vibe. Early morning, 5 a.m. sharp.
Vodafone, further together.
Masa, make you go. We need to go to the bank first before we go and pay for the things. Time no day like that too.
Relax. Everything there in my hand.
Masa, we need to get the cash.
Forget the cash. See, transfer, payment. I did use the Cowbank app. No stress.
That's slow for me. I still forgo my bank. I don't have account for Cowbank.
I say forget the cash. Even without an account at Cowbank, you can download the app, sign up, and connect your mobile money wallet or debit card. And you can make your payments too.
Hey, I just signed up.
Enjoy the convenience, safety, and freedom of the Cowbank app. Whether you have an account with Cowbank or not, all options are open to you, including scan to pay. Download the Cowbank app now. Forget the cash.
Feel like I for just open account for Cowbank.
On the app, no.
Cowbank, forward together.
Cowbank, forward together.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xBet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH to get 300% bonus up to 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
There are moments in life when you're just so scared and you feel like just giving up. Oh, but I don't can do it. Believe in yourself and then go for it. Go for it. Nourishment, oh, that is your Dano milk. Oh.
Choose nourishment. Choose Dano Milk Whole Cow, your nutritious instant powdered milk.
Dano Milk. Go for it.
This advert is FDA approved.
Ghana, you inspire us. Where others saw plastic bottles, Paul Kofi saw homes. Living in an environment where waste management is of concern to all, Paul Kofi accepted the challenge of building with plastic waste after years of studying this practice. Today, not only is Paul helping to recycle our environment, but also provides jobs for ordinary Ghanaians. At APSA, we call this Africanacity. Africanacity is our inspiration behind who we are and what we do. It's our commitment to helping people find a way to get things done. We love Africanacity. To find out more, visit apsa.com.gh.
There's no price like the ShopRite price. That's why we are committed to bringing you lower prices on all the essentials you need. Like 160-gram Lily Light Tuna Meat, only 17 cedis, 99 pesos worth, and 125-gram can Abina Sardine in vegetable oil, just 8 cedis, 99 pesos worth. Never pay more than the ShopRite price. Prices valid until 12th March, only at ShopRite.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
60 minutes past the hour. My guest will explain the song to me shortly. But if you missed out in the general admission, Heritage Christian University College is offering you the chance to join our April intake with a 50% waiver for fresh students. This university has programs including BBA, accounting, marketing, HR, banking and finance, business, infotech, and more. We also have BSc Infotech, Info Security, Bachelor of Theology, and professional courses all through. They are located at Amasama behind the Olympic Stadium and affiliated to KNUST, accredited by GTech. Call us on 054 777 or 0202-298-399. Dial star 789 star 300 hash. Buy your online serial number and apply at hcuc.edu.gh. And grab your favorite Coca-Cola. We have the 300 ml Coke Classic going for only 5 cedis. We have the same size Coke Zero Fanta Sprite bottle for 4 CDs. We have the 1.5 liter Coke Classic for 20 CDs. 1.5 liter Coke Zero Fanta or Sprite for 18 CDs. Bring the excitement and fun to all your occasions and enjoy the real ice cold refreshment with friends and family. So in studio I have 2 men, Ni Lante Banaman and Nick Paku Thompson. They are two chiefs, 2 Nis. Both they attend the same church. They went to the same secondary school. Are you both from Gamashi?
Yeah.
You see, that's funny. So you are from this. Do you know each other before you went to a disco?
Yeah, well, from church.
Okay.
Holy Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so
Okay.
We've known each other.
Okay. So you are real Accra
School.
boys who went to a disco. Yeah. I see. Welcome to the show.
Real Anglican boys.
I tell you, welcome. I didn't know you. Which is kind of some mischief here. You know, he's raising Neil Lante's hand and calling somebody else's name. Neil Lante, good to see you.
Thank you, my brother.
I knew you were at a disco, but I didn't know you finished in 98.
Oh, yes,
I didn't know. I have a lot of friends who went to a disco. You know, I didn't know you were my mate at all.
I had known all this one. I had known all this.
Too much money. Too much money.
So you guys are organizing the 113th speech day. Charlie Sky. 130.
Charlie, that's a lot of years.
No, that is good.
Over a century.
So you are older than Ghana, sir.
Yeah. Ghana is 66.
So the school is 1910.
Yeah. In fact, it started before 1910.
Is it?
But they started in 1910. It used to be St. Nicholas Grammar School.
Which was there before 1910.
Yeah. And then when they moved to
present location, the hill.
So you can say you are probably the 3rd oldest school in Ghana. Possibly.
It's possible.
Because I think Wiggy claimed to be the first. They said they were there before Infant Swim, but I don't want to enter that argument. But in terms of boys' schools, apart from Infant Swim School, your school came next, right?
Like, I wouldn't know for a fact, but we should be in the first 3.
Yeah, 1910. God. Amazing. And your year group 98, so you finished in 98, it means you are 25 years.
Yes. So this is our Silver Jubilee celebrations. And the tradition is that 25 years after you complete the year group hosts and
the speech day,
and then you give something back to the school that has also given to you, because our school oath says that others have labored and we share their glory. Most of the time we forget the next line, which is ours to do exploits and add to their gain.
Ours to do exploits and add to their gain.
So that those who come after will take up the story.
So that's all part of the ode.
It's part of the ode. You understand? So
I see.
Yeah, our motivation for our organization of the speech day was called from the ode. So
Wow.
The theme for the school speech day this year is ours to do exploits and add to their gain.
Wow.
Santa Clausian's role.
Congratulations. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this because 25 years, it seems like such a... I remember when I left Presec, 98, it wasn't that far back.
True.
You can easily reminisce
Yeah.
the things. In fact, going on to the hill, some of these, in these few weeks, we've been going back to the hill just to monitor the project, how far it's got into. And sometimes you can easily tell when you start where, what you did. You can easily trace your steps back where you sat at the dining hall and everything. You can easily...
You can go back to your dorm.
It's nostalgic.
I was in Presec over the weekend for my kids' event, and I couldn't believe the fact that this school I left 25 years ago.
25 years. It's amazing the way how fast 25 years has come. Yeah.
It's crazy. So the 98 year group is supposed to do what? Organize a speech day? And do a project.
Okay, so
tell me about the project.
Every year, the year group that is hosting the speech day is supposed to give back, like he said. So we are giving back to the school a $200,000 reading hub.
$200,000
reading hub. That's the estimate that we. And it's a 2-story, but we've done it in such a way that the foundation and everything can support a 10-floor project.
So it can be extended.
It can be extended. So the intention is that the next another year group that might want to complete add on to it can do that. So we are doing a $200 project, a $200,000 project. It's a 200-seater seating capacity project.
Wow.
And the idea was to give back to lower school.
Where
Additionally,
lower
in two
school
parts.
is where?
Yeah.
Additionally, it's in two parts.
Yeah.
We have the lower school and upper school. Upper school has all the educational facilities.
Okay.
Lower school doesn't have. It only accommodates the students.
So lower school is where you guys
upstairs.
sleep.
Yeah,
And upper school is when you go for classes.
Yes. There are houses,
houses
at the
and
upper
upper
school as well. So there's sort of a discrepancy. As in those in upper school have the facilities easily accessible.
So they can
to
easily
them.
get there quickly.
Yes.
Lower school has
Those
to
in the
walk
lower
for
school,
long.
they have to actually climb the famous Katanga stairs.
My
That's
Lord.
83 steps.
You just go and get.
To just go and have your prep, or if you want to do some personal individual studies.
Assembly,
Yeah.
preps,
Assembly, dining, everything. You have
So
to-
lower school is disadvantaged.
the kind of disadvantage. So we thought that if we put a learning facility down there, it will actually motivate them to read more.
Wow.
They don't have to think of, oh, do I have to go upstairs to learn? So the reading facility is just down there, so they can also
It means you
fair
have a
advantage.
lot of space in the school. You have a lot of land.
There's Adisco is like a huge land. It's a huge area. It covers a huge area. Actually, through the back, Adisco actually shares a boundary with.
Oh, through the back.
Yes, at the valley at the back. When you go down there, there's a valley with a river in between. Once you jump across the river, you are in Infant's land.
Is it possible to? Have you actually used that route? To go to
Yeah.
Infant?
People
have
use.
crossed.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I have gone to fetch water at that river before.
So how come you guys are so big rivals? Because you are next door neighbors.
The rivalry actually answers our presence. We feed on it. Without the rivalry, we wouldn't be where we are.
I know.
So we feed on it. It's a healthy rivalry.
I can imagine.
And we would not make peace.
Are you the first school to do a speech day this year in the 98 category? Because I know quite a number are supposed to do their speech days much later.
Yeah. I don't think. I don't know for sure. I know that Holy Child is also having theirs on the same day.
That's
as we
11th
are.
March.
Yes. But I don't know for sure if.
Because I don't know if any school has even done a proper speech day this year. I think apart from Gehe.
Yeah, Gehe, I know them.
And Gehe was not the
It was
98
not our
group.
year. Yeah,
It was a
I think,
different group.
Yes, I think it's 2001.
And then how are you guys able to prepare for this? Because I mean, most 98-year groups have speech days later in the year.
Right.
And this is March 6th.
Yeah.
And you're already ready with your project.
Yes, we are. Because we started 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
5 years ago, we actually agreed on what project to do, and then we started.
You agreed 5 years ago.
Yes.
You are very serious in life.
Yes. And
You agreed.
I was telling Neil and say that
Yeah.
the 98-year group, we don't make noise, nothing.
Mm.
And I mean, you bear with me, Bernard, that the 98 year, that year, all those schools, all those people that finished school in that year, they make noise.
I'm telling
Look
you.
at you on radio.
There are a lot of them.
Yes, every 98-year group from whichever school they are
True.
make a lot of noise.
True.
But we don't just make empty noise. I would say that by God's grace, our noise has come to a good.
Wow.
When we will not end there, we will continue, doing our good works, because our school load enjoins us to continue doing good works.
But how many are you? How are you able to raise 200,000? I mean, Charlie, Ghana is blessed to have a 1 year group raise $200,000.
We finished school with over 600 mates. And we've been able to get response from about a third of our year group members.
About 200 and something.
Yeah, over the period, yes, over 200 guys have contributed to the project. And it wasn't easy. It was a little drop of water here, trying to convince people, and we had all our challenges and everything. But then throughout the time, we kept strong and we made sure that we were going for the goal. We kept our faith.
Let's hear the speech day jingle.
Yes,
I'll ask
yes.
Neil and Tia about what to expect on Saturday.
Right.
If it's a homecoming, who's invited, and all of those things. So this is a Disco 98.
Our school old
joins us to follow in the steps of our predecessors and build upon their legacy for posterity. This year, the 98-year group of Santa Clausians invites you to the 113th Speech Day on Saturday, 11th March 2023 at 8 a.m. prompt, under the theme, Ours to Do Exploits and Add to Their Gain, the Santa Clausians' Role in National Development. Guest speaker, Professor Solomon Fifi Oferiakwa, Santa 83. The Legacy Project will be commissioned by the Honorable Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Edichum. Come and experience their disco spirit in full flight. Play up, Santa Clausians.
So this speech day is on Saturday. And what's the idea? Are you going to bring your own mates to speak, or you pick an older disco person to?
Okay, so the invited guests, we have a lot of them, but then the special guest of honor is Dr. Jimmy Heyman of the 1973 year. Okay. He was Ghana's ambassador to South Africa some time back. Presently, the chairman of the SIC board. Okay. And then the guest speaker is Professor Fifi Akwa from the University of Ghana.
Also an Adisco.
Also an Adisco, 83.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so those are the people. But obviously, we have the those that have confirmed coming. The Prince, Captain Prince Kofi Amuaben.
It's an Adisco.
Godfrey Yeboadame.
Plenty.
Honorable Godfrey Yeboadame.
Plenty. When did Yeboadame finish?
George,
I think 96.
So was he SS or A level?
A level.
So it means you met him.
He was a very smallish young man among the
six formers.
The six formers, because when we went, the six formers looked like our fathers.
Oh yeah.
But then Godfrey was one of the guys we could.
You know, we're the last SS group to meet the six formers.
Yes.
So when we informed, and they were in the upper six. Yes. So actually, they had like half term.
Yes.
Half of the term to go.
And they got up in the morning and they were shaving.
And hairy chest and things. So you guys met the six formers, and then it was the time that they were also transitioning to the SS prefects. Exactly. So at some time there were two sets of prefects.
Thank you.
Before the 97 group, and then so I think we are the bridge year group.
Yes.
The only year group that met the
final.
Yeah. Who else from that year group do you remember? Anybody within that period from 96, 97, 98 that we should know apart from Godfrey Dame? Now you're thinking. I got you off guard.
You got us off guard.
Before he answers that, I think that our program is not starting on
it's not starting on Saturday.
Yes, it's starting from tomorrow. There is a handball competition amongst the schools that we have organized. The 98-year group has organized. Nice. That's between 4 boys' schools, 4 girls' schools, Adisadel Infant Spring Girls School, and Academy of Christ the King.
What school is that?
It's an Anglican school in Cape Coast, and that's why we have added them. They are brothers.
Academy of Christ the King.
Yes.
So you are doing 98 handball games.
Yes.
On your Adisco campus.
On Adisco campus.
So that's today, tomorrow.
From tomorrow, yes. From tomorrow. The final and the third place matches will be on Friday, when most of the boys are in. Then we can also witness it.
So is there a homecoming?
It's more like a homecoming.
So 98-year group is definitely going to be on
So
campus.
from Thursday evening, we're going to have a carnival-like atmosphere at the Pimpamsi Hotel right through Sunday.
Okay.
From Thursday, Fridays, it's going to be like a carnival.
Okay.
Every evening at the Pimpamsi
You
Hotel.
meet the Heritage Caravan people.
Yes, that Friday, the night, Saturday. The eve of our speech day,
you will meet them.
We'll meet them. Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So on Thursday we have the career guidance and counseling.
Wonderful.
And then Friday we have the final handball competition. And then that Friday night we have a candlelight procession.
Back to the school.
Bonfire,
Kai.
So Saturday we have the speech day proper, and then we will our legacy project.
This is awesome.
Yeah,
so Sunday you do a Thanksgiving
Sunday
service.
we do a Founders Day.
Day service.
Yeah. So our speech day is always followed by a Founders Day service.
I always ask people, like, who talk about their secondary schools, what's the mindset? I was asking when I went to Presec Saturday. I was asking my guys. So is there a difference between a Presecan and a Motowner? So the question is, if they say somebody went to Addis Adult College, what makes them different? How do they think? Is there a certain behavior that you can say this is an Adisco guy, or is all just? I don't know. Is there something like that?
There is definitely. There is. As I was telling you earlier on, we take a lot of our culture from from what the school old says, you know, as in giving back to the school, and then in also in life, how we approach things, because we know that life has a lot of challenges, but then we've actually been trained to face the challenges head on as Adisco boys. We do not run away from challenges, and it is actually evident in this project that we started. At the beginning, we didn't think we were going to make it, because most of our brothers were against the idea, as in they not believing that we could achieve it.
Because it was a huge project.
A very huge project.
$200,000,
but we thought,
this economy.
Yes, we thought that well, for us to have conceived that idea, it wasn't just you know, a thought. It was a need, and we needed to give back to our brothers. So wherever we could get with that project, we would try and strive on. If we hadn't been able to finish, others will come and finish it. But then by God's grace, we have finished it, and we're going to deliver it on the day. And that shows the resilience.
So Adisco boys are resilient and tenacious.
Yes.
And putting your question in perspective, you know, like he said, you are instilled with that attribute of giving back, whether it's society or school, to the extent that it is the students that built the school from scratch, from time immemorial. The students build the school, and the students continue to build the school. Every structure there is either built by an individual student or a year group. No matter the level of completion, everything has been done by the student. And it's one of the attributes that Adisadel instills in you.
It's funny, the guy I'm interviewing for the Heritage Honors Series, Kuku Dakwankra, also went to Adisadel College. So today, Adisco boys will take over the area.
Yeah, he was our senior, I think.
Yes, I think it's 96. As well. So, and the other thing is, Adisco old boys are doing big things, but they don't appear to book long. You know, that's one of the things I like. They are not book long too much. Where book long is almost like academically brilliant, but practically not relevant. And I think your guys are more being
hands-on.
Sam Jonah,
Let's get it done.
Katie Hammond, and all these, you know. Interesting. A lot of them, you know, some of the course. The cost.
We have all the accountants. We have all of it.
System inside. Very interesting. My economics professor, when I was in Lagos, Professor Abrania, he was at the school, man. He's always talking about the school. Always talking about
you know, most of the people that went to Adisco, they can't shake off Adisco, because Adisco is imbibed in you. So by the time you leave, you are like, you become an ambassador. You're every and as we're saying, it becomes part of.
But there's
life.
A bit of notoriety there, right? Because my sister went to gay, and it's like, there was sometimes they didn't even want Adisco people to visit.
It's a perception.
Of course,
it's a perception.
They too much.
But as far as I'm concerned, it's a perception.
It's not. It's the reality.
No. In every school, there are more notorious people in Augustine, in France. In fact, let me tell you, because of where Adisco is, we have almost all the pubs and other things around us.
Okay.
But when you go there, you don't meet Adisco boys. You meet in France people and Augustine boys.
They run from their side and come to your place.
Because you are even afraid to go there in the court. Because you are likely to meet one of your teachers there. But you see, anything that anybody does in Cape Coast is attributed to other school boys.
I guess some of them people pretend to wear your uniform.
That's what they do.
Stripes.
To misbehave.
Yes.
That's what they do.
They actually wear our stripes to misbehave. So
how big is this rivalry though in terms of like sports? I'm told it's I went to pre-sex, so I'm told it's very serious. Like particularly between Adisco, Ogasco, and Kwabuche.
Yes. The triangle.
Is that serious?
Is that serious?
On every level.
On every level. And most times, you know, Ogasco, depending on the season, they rally behind us. But there have been times that they rally behind Kwabuche, and whenever they rally behind Kwabuche, it doesn't go well for them.
But I'm told that the real rivalry is you and Kwabuche. It's like because I remember I interviewed about Daniel many years ago, and he was explaining to me the reason. I think they were the only two schools in the first years, and apparently even the Catholics came in 1935 or something. So it was
I think
in the earliest was just at this square.
Ogasco will be at 96 or 97.
Yes, so you guys are very old. You were saying that the rivalry is serious.
It is serious.
Like it's deep.
It is serious.
It's very deep.
There's a story about a boy having to go to secondary school. Mom wanted him to go to Kwabuche. Dad said, he said, this boy is not going. it won't happen.
Charlie.
It won't happen. I mean, there's no way.
It's a family feud.
No way.
It ain't gonna happen.
No.
I prefer my child goes to Augustus rather than infant school.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah. If you have a choice, you have to choose between like the choice doesn't include a disco, and you have to choose between Augustus and infant school. Really, I'm not going to let my son go to.
Why?
No way, it won't happen. If my son goes to.
Yeah, but it's in the nature of school.
I won't pay them.
Now, free as just ask, we don't care.
Anyway, okay. Then the government can take it. I won't pay them.
All right, so I think this is a call to all Santa Clausians. So are you inviting everybody else who's invited to the speech day?
Yes, everybody is invited to the speech day. Parents, old Santa Clausians, friends of Santa Clausians. Everybody, the general public is invited. Come and see the Disco Spirit in action on Saturday. And then if you want to stay on Sunday for the Founders Day. And then the crux of the thing, the cement party. You didn't talk about the cement party. Yes, let us educate you about the cement party.
What is the cement party?
It is Gary Soakings with a difference.
Man, it's all a cement.
And it's a tradition. It's done every year.
When you put water in Gary, it's
cement.
It's cement. It actually solidifies after some time.
Yes, please.
Yes, you eat that and it will take you through the whole day.
I tell you.
Yeah, so we have a cement party, and the cement party is specially prepared. Yes, and the boys look forward to it. And we are looking forward to it after 25 years.
I can't imagine. A big shout out to my fellow Santa Clausians. This is from Eduqueno, MBE, 1972.
Thank you.
Year group. Wonderful. You've produced some great sons for the country, and we are proud of you. Well done, 98 year group. With your is it a reading club? What's the name of the project?
No, it's a learning hub.
Learning hub project. $200,000.
We've been helped by a lot of people apart from our brothers who have contributed.
Sponsors too?
We have sponsors and donors.
We have donors.
Yeah, so maybe they can shed a little more light.
We have the first lady of the country believing in our project.
Yeah. Her father was a Santa Claus.
And the brothers.
Griffith Randolph.
Yes.
Griffith
And all the brothers are Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that one, she has no choice.
She has to support her brothers.
Okay.
Yes, we have the Honorable Minister for Education.
Okay. He is not a Santa Claus.
Yes, we have
But he will take the money.
Yeah, we'll take them. And
he's a honorary Santa Clausian on 1998 year.
We co-opted him.
Old.
Yeah, he promised to be part of our project, and we co-opted him. And he is the one unveiling the.
So he'll be there.
Saturday.
So he'll be there on Saturday.
On Saturday morning to unveil.
We have the 1983 year group, and the 1973 year group is celebrating their 50 years, so they are part of it.
Wow.
At 50 years, you are also to come back and add to donate to the
25 years.
So the 73-year group will be like your big brothers in this project.
In this project. So they are on board. They've contributed a lot to our projects.
Wow.
We have the 83-year group. We have the 97, 96. In fact,
your colleagues in 96, 97 areas.
Yeah, they've all contributed.
Including the seniors who are harassing your life.
Yeah, and 83-year group actually, we need to mention, they called us and said, guys, normally people, year groups come to us for donation. We have not heard from you, so come for something. and we've seen the project you're doing, and we are impressed.
Come and collect money.
And Nilante, you bear with me. When we got there, we told them about the project. We showed them pictures and everything. And when they saw, they were like, "Oh, we're going to give you 20,000."
83 groups that come and
really impressed with us.
Are they available to help us too? Ni Lante Banaman, ni Pakpo Thompson, who were essentially childhood friends from what's the name of the church again?
Cathedral
Church of the Most Holy Trinity.
Anglican High Street.
Is it Hot Cast or something?
Yes.
Hot Cast. Yeah, I've come there for some program long ago. Ni Pakpo. Well done. Congrats on the project. So all roads lead to Cape Coast on, I think it's Thursday into Saturday.
Mango mlia srotwe, waya beno kedodua, akutu mlia srotwe, tiche manteke bisa, akwaduna kainong, adu krom kakrokon.
Coronation Insurance is giving out up to 2,000 cities worth of fuel coupons and amazing prizes in the Coronation More to Win promo. To participate, just buy your motor insurance using the Coronation Insurance digital platforms. Dial star 789 star 115 hash or visit mycoronationinsuranceghana.com. All fuel coupons are redeemable at any Shell fuel station. Terms and conditions apply. Call us on 0302 772 606. Lashibi Funeral Homes for the past 12 years has had your back in terms of providing support during the funeral of your loved ones, from picking them on death through to burial and cremation. We will guide you through the unfamiliar territory of selecting products and services to ensure your loved one gets a fitting send-off. Contact Lashibi Funeral Homes on 0509 542 408. That's 0509 542 409. Or go to lashibifuneralhomes.com for more information. Vodafone Business presents Too Much Business, the #1 mobile plan for businesses in Ghana. Vodafone Too Much Business, you have the best mobile plan on the market that gives your business the best value. This means you have the flexibility to choose voice, data, and SMS packages that suit your business and ambitions. Send starts to 0507 779 000 or email vodafonebusiness.gh@vodafone.com. We'll be right back with more, including the on-air series. Charlie, you have to be preparing for your 99-year group. Because people are building 200,000.
Oh, yeah. I think, yes. I mean, that's basically the way to go.
Charlie, you have to look sharp.
We're taking a lot of inspiration from all of these established schools. In the fullness of time, Ghana will hear of us.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Vodafone Business introduces Too Much Business packages for businesses and SMEs. Yes, it be too much value. It be too much flexibility. It be too much everything so on Vodafone Too Much Business. And the best part is you can now take your business up another level. Wow. Choose the voice, data, and SMS package that suits your business size and ambitions with Vodafone Too Much Business. That means more data for your business with the ability to roll over unused data, more SMS, more minutes for Vodafone to Vodafone calls, and Vodafone to other networks, plus free calls amongst your employees, all in one mobile package. There is too much value you get on the best mobile plan in Ghana today. To sign up, SMS start to 050-777-9000 or email vodafonebusiness.gh@vodafone.com.
Vodafone, further together.
Push! Congratulations! A bouncy baby. It's time to feed your baby.
Yes, I want to thank you for your advice to go for the COVID-19 vaccination during my pregnancy. I was worried, but the way you assured me helped me a lot. I had my peace of mind from the fear of getting seriously sick with COVID-19 and also carried my pregnancy to full term without any complications. Now I have a bouncy baby.
I'm glad you took our advice. You see, every pregnant woman needs to know that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for her and her unborn baby.
You are right, Auntie Ness.
There are people going around spreading rumors.
Yes, so all kinds of wild rumors and misinformation. Look, I got pregnant after my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Went for my second dose while pregnant, yet I carried it full term and just delivered a healthy baby. I will go for the booster on my first postnatal visit.
You were right not to listen to them. The vaccine protected you and your baby from severe COVID-19 illness and hospitalization and can protect all pregnant women and their unborn babies. Hey, please, attend to your precious baby.
My beloved baby.
The COVID-19 vaccine is safe for pregnant women and their unborn babies. Protect yourself, protect your baby, get vaccinated now. This message is from the Ministry of Health and Ghana Health Service with support from USAID and partners.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xbet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH to get 300% bonus up to 3,000 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Fly Emirates first and business class and look forward to a journey that's as incredible as your destination. Start your holiday with delicious fine dining, impeccable service, and comfort that's out of this world. Sip drinks in our A380 onboard lounge on flights from Dubai and beyond. Watch a movie and drift into a restful sleep in flatbed seats. Treat yourself to Emirates first and business class. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Hey, nowadays, germs are in the air. Aren't you concerned?
Concerned about what?
About the children, of course. In times like this, they sneeze, cough, and fall ill just like that.
This is why we need to give our children and ourselves a fighting chance with the maximum protection of Dettol soap. Dettol soap not only refreshes you, but it can be used for bathing and washing hands. So keep calm. Get Dettol soap.
Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Dettol is endorsed by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
This advert is FDA approved.
Adjoa, Grandma looked very peaceful. I was completely amazed when I saw her neatly presented. She looked just like she was sleeping.
You haven't seen anything yet, my brother. You should have seen the care and quality treatment they gave her at transitions. One man, one room, just like a 5-star hotel.
Wow.
And not only that, we had a dedicated person to guide the family through the funeral planning process.
Are you sure?
Of course. From picking her up to when we lowered Grandma down, everything was completely stress-free. They had all the needed funeral services, caskets, hearse, chapel, and so much more.
This one, dear, no family fights after all.
I'm so happy we made a right decision to use Transitions.
With Transitions, your loved one gets the best of care while the family enjoys a stress-free funeral planning process. Call us now on 0302 634 706. And no, did I tell you they are affordable? Transitions, the funeral people.
Enjoy the best of convenience and security on AT Money. Carry out all your mobile money related transactions on the go. Send or receive cash, pay bills, move cash in and out of your bank account from anywhere at any time. Airtel Tigo Money, your most secured and trusted mobile money service.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
You ready to party? It's summertime. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This
is Citi 97.3.
Sumawa. Nana play too. The mom and the papa. And when you know.
I know you like the song. No, you have to dedicate this song. Dedicate this song.
And let me send this one out to Mrs. Joyce Ansa Entry. Today is your birthday. You are in Oyarifa, and you also belong to the Newtown branch of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. You have been an unfailing inspiration to us all and those around you. Your unconditional love, affection, and guidance have shaped and impacted us immensely and positively. We are grateful, Mommy. May you live long enough to see us replicate your love, affection, and guidance towards our world and fellow human being, and then to make the world a better place, from your daughter Jessica and the rest of your children.
And if your health is important to you, visit Vigdan Healthcare, Ghana Health Service Certified Health Center. Specializes in kidney, fatty liver treatment, hypertension, hepatomegaly, and more. We specialize in using 100% natural medicine in all our treatments. We are on the Spintex Road behind the Standard Chartered Bank. Call us on 054-995-1211. And according to the World Bank, Ghana is faced with 12% youth unemployment, with more than 50% underemployment. In addition, observers agree that Ghana's youth are ill-prepared for the world of work, and only 38 out of 100 school children transition to the next level of the academic calendar. Why is it unconcerned when you can contribute to solve the problem? Your donation of only 1 cedi a day will support Lead Africa International, train underserved school children for free. Call 054-9274728 or on Chango. Look for Lead Africa International. Make a donation. Let's change the future of Ghana one student at a time. All right, so we're going straight into our on-air series, and we bring you back week 1. I've been talking to Kweku Dakwankra on the eastern region. We discussed the Akwamu, we discussed the Kropong area, and some of the landmarks we see. We discussed also Ewukugwa and the role of that town in our history. Kweku Dakwankra is my guest as we bring you an omnibus of our on-air series on the Heritage Month.
This is the on-air series for the Heritage Month, and we're talking places and people of historical significance. We're focusing on the eastern region, and we're picking a couple of the groups in the region to discuss their history and also look at some places of historical significance. My guest is Kweku Dakwankra, who I call a polymath. Originally a journalist by training, but he's also a lawyer. He also writes and is doing very important research in various aspects of our history. Kweku, thanks for joining us on the series.
Thank you.
We're talking about the eastern region today, and I just wanted you to first start off by giving me a quick overview of the main groups there before we get into specific issues.
So first and foremost, I'm a law student.
You're a law student?
I completed the LLB. I've not gone to the
So you're not going to the bar yet?
Yes, so someday, when I finish the PhD, very soon.
Then you can be called. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Eastern region is very interesting for me. It's one of the most diverse regions in terms of physically seeing, but even in terms of people groups as well. They are quite significant historical groups, and also groups there now that are worthy of note, are they not?
Yeah, they are. So, as you said, it is a multi-ethnic crucible. So we do have the Acham, and the Acham, we have the three Acham, the Buakwa, we have the Bosome, and then we have the Kotoku. That make the Achamansa, the three Acham groups. And then we also have the Damwe group in the eastern region. So we have the Maya Krobo, and then you have the Yulu Krobo, which are also there. Then you also have the Ekwapiam, which comprises the Hiliguans and then the Akan migrants in that area. Then you also have Kou in that area. So these are the...
So we have the Achims, who are the Bosomi, Kotoku, and Buakwa. Then we have the Dangbes, Yilo and
Yes.
Manyakrobo,
Yeah.
upper and lower.
Yeah.
Kwapims are the Hilly Guans, and then the Akan migrants,
Yeah.
and then we have the Kwewu. So these are the four.
Yeah.
The
In
four
fact,
groups.
there's another ethnic group which is also a Guan in the Kwewu area. In fact, their language is on extension. I remember the name, but they are still within the farm prince there.
But what about the Guans? I know that the Hilly Guans are a significant part, but I thought that getting closer to the Akosombo areas, there are other groups in the eastern region as well.
There are Akwamu.
So the Akwamu is also there.
The Akwamus are there.
I see. So the Akwamus are distinct from these four you've described.
They are all different. They are distinctive account groups.
So talk to me about the Akwamu. Who are they? Because in what we read in history was that they were very fierce, they were warlike, and for a while, they were so powerful that different groups had to come to fight them because they were almost undefeatable in war.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yeah, so that's very true. So the Akwamu by 1630s, 1640s, up to a whole lot of, up to by 1730, they were the most powerful group among the Akan group, okay? And their power emerged immediately after the Dentra. Why the Dentra? Prior before even the Dentra. So they move hand in hand with the Dentra. So even the Dentra fell along the line, and Akwamu were still standing. So who are these people? One may ask, where do they come from to be there? So these Akwamu people are part of the Aduana Chia Abrede group. The Aduana Chia Abrede group. So the Aduana and Nchia, you see all of them, their symbol is dog. Their symbol. So you see on their staff, a dog sometimes with a bone in the mouth or a dog with fire. Because they believe that they brought fire to the world, inventors of fire. So when you meet them, a Diana person, then you speak Ujaba, that's the child of fire. That's who they are. So they say Diana Abrede, Aprenchenia Omensio, because they brought water and then as well as fire. That's why they call them Diana Aprenchenia Omensio. So this group of people, as Akan's migration is well known, also came from the northern corridors, and then they passed through and then entered the enclaves of Pearl River Basin. When they came to the Pearl River Basin, there were autochthonous groups there. I mean, the original or aboriginal settlers that were there. They were 80 autochthons. So when they came to the area, these were the people who are now at Asin Kushia. Okay? They were there. They were used to call them Orienchi. They were on the land called Asasetre. Asasetre was then between Himai and then getting to Mokwa. So the other aboriginal group there were Chofu, Etimokwa, then Himan. Okay, they were there, and then in Inahen, they were also there in that area. So what happened was that when the Aduana Abrede came there, they were led by their leader called Nana Ajankokobu. So Ajankokobu came to settle there with another group, the Chofu people, also came with their leader called Nana Mfatie Amwa. He also came to the area. So Mfatie Amwa and his Chofu were there before the Aduana group came there to settle. So this Aduana group lived there for a very long time, even signed some contracts with the Portuguese back in the day for trade. And then dynastic conflict arose during the time of Nana Owusubari and then Nana Otumfuo Asari was a blacksmith, so he's called Otumfuo Asari. As a result of these dynastic conflicts, Nana Asari carved a drum and said, it means I will not worship you again. And then he left the territory. And other groups from Nana Otumfuo's group also moved straight to the eastern corridor, so the western corridors. So they went to Hafasin, they are in La Côte d'Ivoire. They're up to the north of La Côte d'Ivoire. So when they went, the Aduana group that when they went to settle there, and then Nana Otumfuo Asari and his group moved all the way to the eastern region. According to other historians, they are saying when they were on their way, moving through the central region, the Fantis saw the long trek of people, And they say, so they became Akwamu, people on the road that have a long line of people.
That's an interesting point because I've heard other people say the reason they are called Akwamu is because in the time that they were powerful, they were slave raiders. And they were waiting in the road to capture migrant groups into Akwamu.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you know of that theory of the
yeah, that. So that is in fact, the original version, if you go back to the work done by Roma, okay, in 1605, he goes on to talk about the fact that when he interviewed Seseku back in the day, that was the name because all the other Akami group, and that was what the Akwamus were doing. They were very powerful. So they lie in wait on the paths, and then they capture other neighboring groups. And that is one of the main reasons why all the Akami groups came together in 1730 to fight them. So that, I think, even is the true meaning of their name as opposed to this current revisionist interpretation of the name as people who were on that long trajectory of migration.
But be that as it may, let's continue the story. So these Ediana people, Chifo Himan area, some moved to Hafasini, some moved to Côte d'Ivoire, but the core group moved into the eastern region.
Yeah, the group led by Nana Otomofo Asari. So they moved to eastern regional corridors, getting close to the Achems, and then they created their town called Asariman, which has now been corrupted to Isaman Kesi. So it was Asariman Kesi, Nana Asari's big town, and now it's called Isaman Kesi. So while they were there, they moved. There were incursions, and they moved toward the Yanao Hill, which became Yanawase. They were, in fact, living down below the Yanao Hills. So that's where they were, and they created their pre-colonial kingdom of Akwamu.
So they moved down, got to Chifo area, some split and went west, some moved east to Asariman Kesi, which became Asiman Kesi, and then came down to Yanao Hill, which is where they were now settling. So at the height of Akwamu power, we can say they were living within the Yanao Hill area.
Yeah. And it was there that they became so powerful. And so they started engaging in expansionism. So in the expansionism, they were able to move to the northern Krepi, northern Volta region, and conquer Krepi as their vassal state. They also went to the Anguno area, and they were able to capture some part of the Anguno territory.
When you say Krepi, Krepi includes the area that is now known as Peki.
Peki, yes, and Hawai areas.
Anumboso, Peki. So that whole area, the Akwamus were able to conquer.
They were able to conquer Tobi Kukudei, so he was serving him. And then they moved also to Aguna. They were able to conquer the Aguna people in central region.
Not in central.
The Aguna Swedru areas. Okay. That is, yeah. So they were able to under Kenyanko Ekubi. After that, then they also moved to Accra. And then they defeated the Gans. So the Gans were under commission for over 27 to 30 years. Okay? When they defeated them, and then the Gans have to flee from Accra all the way to where it's now called Adeho. That's where they went to keep the stool, as the Gan history will tell you.
So Akwamus are fighting Krepi and Angolo to the east. They are fighting Agona to the west. They are fighting Gan to the south. Did they ever fight Ashanti and Denchira?
No, because of the distance. So you when you want to expand your immediate surroundings, you begin to conquer those people before you can move further. And then the neighboring territory of the Ekwapiam, the Guans that were there, they also started conquering the Guan hills. So the hilly Guans were also conquered, and they came under the power of Akwamu.
So Akwamu at the height of his power, this is in the 1700s?
Yes. No, this is in 16 to 17. It started. So it was at this height that they had opportunity to trade directly with the Danes people at the Osu Castle. And because of that power over the Gan too, they were able to also infiltrate the Gan state. So some of their people, you can find them in the Otublohum areas, where we call the Otubrono, or that's Otus people. They are coming also from Akwamu. So that is where they settled. And then in the Osutu, the majority of them also came to settle there. So you have the Omabos, Note Omabos, and all these people from Amanokuru that also trace directly to the Osude. So that shows you the power of Akwamu. In fact, in 1693, the famous Akwamu warrior trader and a royal, Asameni, was even able to use tricks and led about 80 armed men, pretending to be cooks, to overpower the governor, Jensen, and his people, and injure many of them. Jensen himself had to flee to Fort Covacay, and for him to rule as a governor of the Christabon Castle for a year, and even took the keys, which is now material history for the people of Akwamu today.
This is the Heritage Month, our honor series. We're looking at Eastern region, and today our focus is on the Akwamu initially. My guest will put Akwankra. Fascinating history about the warrior-like group called the Akwamus, who were ensconced in the Yano area, originally from Adriana. The story hasn't ended because apparently they ended up in the Bono region, and we'll talk about that too. But I just wanted to clarify the Asamani issue. So Asamani wasn't actually a chief, he was a royal.
He's a royal.
And the legend is that he, for a period, conquered Christiansborg Castle in Osu. Yeah. You're saying at the height of Akwamu power, they were trained directly with the Danish. How long was this conquest for? And is he the guy whose statue we see when we get to the roundabout when you're driving to Atimpoku?
That is it. That's Asamani. Yes, that's Asamani. So Asamani did very well, except that over a year, he gave up and negotiated with the Danes, and he was paid, and he went back. So over a year, some of the Akwamu people themselves became casualties of war to the Danes, and they were sent to U.S. Virgin Islands, where they went to rebel, and because they were royals, so when they themselves were slave raiders, selling people, and then when they found themselves as victims in U.S. Virgin Islands, which used to be called the Danish Virgin Islands, they engaged in rebellion. That sort of gave them some freedom there. So
I see. So how long did Akwamu power last, and what led to the decline of Akwamu?
So the Akwamu power lasts because of their capability, military skills, and then war expansionism, as well as skills in trading. So there were a lot of traders back in the day. They had a monopoly. And when you talk about the Eastern Seaboard, they were able to capture all the way from Winneba Beach all the way to Keta. They were controlling that transatlantic trade with the Europeans. So this gave them a lot of money, ability to also buy ammunition to engage in wars. So this is what gave them more powers. Wow. And based on this, they also engaged in extrajudicial behavior, doing some things against their neighboring territories. And this will lead to a sort of animosity between them and all these.
So they unified the various Akan groups against them.
Yes. So over the years, not only Akan group, even with the Ghana groups, because of their overbearing attitude at the height of their power. And as a result of this, what we saw is that they started to bring about some sort of alliances among this Akan group. So this thing started, as you were asking me from the time, so from the period of 1650s or 1640s all the way to 1730, Akwamu was the powerhouse when it comes to the Akan group in the Gold Coast. So what happened was that when the overbearing nature reached its apogee, these ethnic groups, particularly the first people to cry about the Akwamu's overbearing attitude were the Hiliguans. So the Hiliguans invited the Ebuakwa people and then Kotoku people, King Fempo Mansu of Kotoku. So Fempo Mansu of Kotoku also called on his Fanti allies, people from the coast. So the Fantis joined, and the people even from, how do you call it, Asin also joined. So the Asin sent the Animfahene, what's his Nana Prajinsam. So Prajinsam also led the Asin group to the area. So that is why there's a work I did for the Kushia people. I write about the Kushia people in the making of the Equapim state and the independence of Ghana and Agona states. So it was
like a war of independence.
Yes, it was a war of independence.
Was oppressing all the groups.
All the people. So they came in and then they fought. So the alliances were the Ghana, some Ewe groups, the Achim groups, who were originally the people who were leading the war, but needed the allies. So they came with this alliance group. And the guys, they were fighting for their life. because they have been on the Akwamu power for over 30 years, and they need their independence. So they want to introduce war at Nseti. So by 1730, they were able to conquer the Akwamu groups and chase them until they fled from their community at Yanawase, and then cross the river to the current place. They are hiding in the Volta Hills today.
Who was Ansa Sasraku?
So Ansa Sasraku was one of the powerful chiefs. It was during this time that the war occurred. So if you look at the history of Adumabo, and then Embebesi, who came to this war, even had the opportunity to take the children of Ansa Sasraku and send them to Adumabo and then marry them. One of them married Bruce. Their ancestors today are the Mensa Woods as well as UN Secretary General Kofi Annan through that line. That is why during the celebration of Kofi Annan, you saw the Akwamu people coming through Efra Ansah's line of that celebration. So these were the Akwamu people.
We know that in history in school, we're told that the Akwamus helped the Ashantis defeat the Dinchira. But we're also told that eventually the Akwamus fell to the Achims, which is the war you just described, because the Achim mobilized forces. So I don't want to go into the whole Dinchira. We can do Dinchira on a separate day. But I just want to know the reason between the Akwamus and the Asantis, because we're also told that Okomfuanochi was from Ukugwa, which is very close to where the Akwamus were. So not getting into all of that, what's the relationship between Akwamu power, Dinchira power, and Asante power? Were they equally powerful within a certain period, or one's rise led to another's fall?
So the rise, we will say the Dinchira, and then Akwamu, and then it interspersed within a period. But the Dinchira power, we know, came to an end by 1700s. From the 1640s to by 1697, there was a war between the Ashantis, and then I won't even call it Ashanti because I will call them the pre-Ashanti states, because they were independent states like Kwaman, Mampong, Kumewu, and others. So it is after the war before they became Osanti, people who have come together because of war, these independent states. So what happened was that that was the connection. So the Akwamu power merges with that of Dinchira. And then while Akwamu was still at their power, Ashanti state also emerged to join.
Because we are told...
And Ashanti outlasted Akwamu.
You were given a difference between Akwamu and Ashanti and Dinchira in the sense that you were saying the Akwamu were not necessarily interested in statehood. They were more interested in conquering. They were traders, as against Ashantis who were trying to build some... What's the difference in that?
So when you go, you see that the Ashantis deliberately had a statecraft, and they had a lot of invention, bureaucracy, creating certain offices with intention
to last.
So you see actual state burden, which has been the blueprint that today most of the chieftaincy are taken from. So they built on what Akwamu has done, they built on what Dinchira has done, and they perfected it. And
so they adopted from both sides and created...
they also opened their doors for people from various ethnic groups to come in. And then they, under the conference, they come out with a concept called Obinchro Biase. Okay? Wherever you come from, nobody needs to show where you are coming from, just to ensure unity. It is just like the Ghana people talking about Abakuma war. Yes, strangers.
Which is when you go to Mensia, you see different places for different groups and all of that. I just wanted to sort of wrap up on the decline of Akwamu. So it was this war that the Achims sort of led to the defeat of the Akwamus. We do know the Akwamus helped the Ashanti against the Dinchira. But what I wanted to do was to wrap up the movement, because I've heard people talk about places in BA. For example, Adjoa Eboafari wrote a book about her father. And if you read the book, she refers to the links between Doma and parts of the Akwamu state, which I'm not sure I got the full story. So you started from Eduana, Chifu, moved to the east, moved to the west. As Semankese, you are now in the Yano area. They become a mighty state. They are fighting everybody. At what point did the Akwamus end up in Doma?
So after the death of our ancestors, there was a dynastic war. There were two warriors, twins, which was Atakra Meniampong and then Obiri Yabua. So Atakra was the senior twin and the junior twin was Obiri Yabua. So during the succession period, the Jasahine of Akwamu supported Atakra Meniampong, why Nana Nkansa, who is the Queen Mother, also supported Obiri Yeboah. And as a result of the skirmishes, because Asante Sekou has chosen a successor, and as a result of this dynastic fight, the Queen Mother joined Obiri Yeboah, that is the Doma, the beloved children, and then they move away from the, how do you call it, Akwamu, and then first moved to Kente, which is at Nsawum, and then proceeded to Obami in Kowu, and then proceeded all the way to Sontreso in Kumasi, where they got land from the chief of Amakum, okay, Nana Amakum Akwasa, and he got the land there and they stayed there.
Wow.
So it was why they were, in fact, before they even come there, they first moved to Santimansu Esumija, or Ashanti call it Santimansu Esuminya, where they went to. That is the cradle of Ashanti State. Most of the Ashanti people moved from Santimansu Esuminya to where they are today. So it was there they met the Wamfie people before they moved to Sontreso to go and settle. At Sontreso, they were there before the Kwaman people from Kokofu came to the area. And when they came to the area, they were given the land by the Amakum people, who were Asania people. They gave land to the Oyoko people to settle on. But Amakum, the Sontreso people thought they were the Diana people, who had come from Akwamu via Santimansu Esuminya, thought that they had the land before. So one of the elderly women from Indiana went to read on that land or try to have a plantation there. And Otia Kenten gave her warning that that land belongs to
Otia Kenten being
the Kwaman chief, the chief of Kwaman, because that time Asante State has not emerged. And as a result, he killed this woman, and then the place became Anowu. If you don't read, you won't die. That is the name of Anowu. And that place is where the Kumasi Castle is at now.
Wow.
So that place is called Anowu. So they were able to capture that land. And this thing hurt the Akwamu Ediana group that have come to the area. So under their chief, Nana Sikafo and others, they waged war, one of the Akwamu Ediana chiefs, they waged war against, how do you call it?
Otia Kente.
No, then Otia Kente left and Obiri Yeboah came.
Okay.
So within that war, that was fought at Abesim area. They were Sontreso, the Akwamus were defeated. So Obiri Yeboah was killed in that war. By Ashanti oral tradition said he didn't die. He went home. His son, Nana Sabin, who is the Obiri Yeboah's son, took him to the house before he died there. But this was a very serious issue. So when his nephew, Opensuo Osetutu, came to the throne, he engaged in retaliatory war. And then he went to war with the Domina people or the Doma people. And they were able to defeat the Doma in the war fought at Abesi.
So they then were forced to move up towards the Sunyani area.
Yeah, so when the war occurred, that time the chief was Chemesikafo. So Chemesikafo really became the sole washer, okay, Klegirafo of the Asante Hene. And so those who remain, they have to move away because they've been defeated. So they move all the way, passed through the Abesin areas. Some went to Dama and then founded the Doma states. Others went to the German and then founded the German states.
So it's almost like full circle because they are Adriana, they are Akan. They move all the way down, spread their way, come into the Yano area, become a great empire, get defeated, move again, get into Ashanti, and eventually go back to the Bono area, which eventually is where they all came from. Because
yes,
if you ask,
the migration from the north.
So it's almost like they've completed a migratory pattern. That's quite interesting. So people from Doma are Akwamus. Or no, you can't say that. You can say people from Doma are Indiana people, but they in their history is Akwamu.
Yes, so they move. So we will start the journey from Kefo Hemai, where the Indians originally settled, before moving to Esaman Kese, then to Denyano, where they founded their kingdom. Then from there straight to Asante Manso Esumia, from there to Sontreso in Kumasi, then move all the way to find the Doma and the German kingdoms.
Wonderful stuff from Kweku Dakwankra. First insight into the eastern region, trying to understand the various groups. We've learned a few things. The Akwamu became very powerful in Ghana in the late 17th century, or what was then the Gold Coast. Now we're talking the period of their decline and where they ended up. We want to focus a bit more on Ewukugwa, a town a lot of us are told in school is the hometown of Komfo-Anokye. We would use that to try and understand the eastern region's topography, particularly within the Ekwapim area. We've already discussed the Akwamu issue. We'll try and understand the role of Ewukugwa historically in Ghana and try and use that to understand the Ekwapim areas and their links with the Guans. Kuku Akwankwa is my guest. Kuku, thanks for joining us. We're seeing the Eastern region, a very fantastic region. To go back to what you said earlier, you said the Eastern region is very diverse. The Kwewus are there, the Achim are there, the Kwapims are there, the Akwamus are there, and the Dangbe are there. Where is Ewukugwa and how important is it to the history of what we have as present-day Ghana?
Thank you very much. The Ewukugwa are also in the hilly ground, what we call the Ekwapim range, on the mountains. Normally, people from that area, when they are going there, including you, they say, I'm going to Ofie. That's how they call their hill, Ofie. So some people say, Ofie Kwasobrel. So that is the hill. And as you know, Ghanaians believe, or it is generally believed that there are people who are very respectful. Even when they are insulting, they say, "Mipachonsi, we are here." You see, so these are the kind of people we are talking about. And Ewukugwa is among the 17 states that make up the Ekwapim state. Originally a Hiliguan, okay, in that community. So in the community Ewukugwa is living in is described as Okre. And the language they speak is Chirepon, which is from Ochiripompo. The group is about 5. That's the Great Okre in that area. And the Chirepon is coming from there. I can't use to teach them that they are people who can read and sell them. So Chirepon, that's why they used to buy it as Chirepon. They are great, mighty people who are on the hill. And among the Chirepons, or the Okre people, are the Ewukugwa, Aprede, and the Biru. Sometimes some even add Abanse and then Asasiesu, which of Akan origin, but we are also in that area. Even though some believe that Aboriginal people are there. So that forms the Okre speakers.
So there's Dewu, Ebiru, Ewukugwa, and Asasiesu.
No, Asasiesu is not Aprede.
Aprede.
Yes.
These are within the Okre area.
Yes.
Edukrum.
And Edukrum.
But you said there are 17 Ekwapim states. These 5 are part of the 17.
Part of the so you have the Ebiri.
Ebiri.
You have your hometown, Obosomase.
That's my mother's hometown.
Yes. Then you have
Obosomase is my. Let's just be clear. We are patrilineal, so I'm from Joje. But Obosomase is where my mother's father comes from.
Okay.
That's true.
Then you have the Abutechi. You have the Manfe. You have the Mampong. And you have Amano Krum.
Okay.
You have Tutu. Then you have Abanse. You have Asasiesu. Then you have Latahinase. You have Latekubiase. All of them.
And then you have
the Ashrase.
17. But the capital of
the state is Ekuropon, adding to 8.
I see. So there's a place, Ebiri, Edukrum, Obosomase, Mampong, Tutu. In fact, when you're driving up the hill, you can actually see these towns. Yeah. Then there's Manfe, Amanokrom, Late, Kubease, Late Abena. Is it Abenase?
Is it Latahinase and Late Kubease, all making the Late group.
That's Omani Mensa Bunsu. Then you have Abutechi.
Abutechi. That is where they signed the 1733 Accord that created the Ekwapim state. Because there is Chenku deity there, and that is a powerful deity. It moves all the way to the Chenku forces at Dodua area. That water, it moves all the way from Obosomase. So the deity Chenku itself is at the hills of Abutechi. That's where it moves.
And there's also Abonse.
There's Abonse.
And then there's Dewu.
Yes.
Ebiru.
There's Asasiesu.
And then Ewukugwa. So Ewukugwa is known to be where Komfo-Anokye came from.
Yeah.
But what does it even mean? What does Ewukugwa mean?
Ewukugwa means Ewuku's market.
Oh, okay.
Ewuku's market.
I see.
So their leader Ewuku, when they were moving, you see, the Guam people were aboriginals. In fact, back in the day, they moved all the way under the King Atara of Inam. They had the king all the way from the Accra Plains all the way to Sekre areas, which they call Sekre in their language. So the Ashantis that came, the later group of Akan that came to become Ashanti, Kumewu, Abubu, and all those people. In that area in Kwaman, they call the Sekre areas. Okay? In that area, they don't like goat, they were hunters. So goat is called Sekre Mpel. Sekre doesn't like goat. So those people in the area, that is where the Ibiru and other people, so Ibiru were the first to even be on the mountain. So Dewu and then Ebukrum and Co were all living at where the Achem will later come in state called Tafo. So there were a lot of fights there. And then Ewukugwa led them from that place and came to settle on the mountain where their brethren's Ibiru was already established. And that place became a market, Ewuku's area. So it became Ewukugwa. So during the Yam Festival, if you want to see the similarity among them, you realize that when they are sharing the hind legs and they're sharing meats, Ewukugwa perform very important role in this. And they also have a very powerful deity, which was there, that will produce the famous Okomfanochi.
The 5 towns of Chepo and Ibiru, Dewu, Ewukugwa, Edukrom, and Eprede. And Ewukugwa is like the largest of the...
Yeah, so we say the senior for them traditionally used to be Ibiru because that was there. So it was, I've forgotten whether it was the Adontenehene or something of the Ekuapin state.
Right. Historical, political point in terms of those who follow. Dan Bocho is the MP for Okre.
Okay.
And then for those who like your football, the Wee Youngsters was a very good team there at some point. I think they have a new name now. They don't called the Wee Youngsters. So, who was Okomfanochi, by the way?
So Okomfanochi comes from the family in Ewukugwa. So he's a Guan. And according to the oral tradition, his father was called Ano. So he was Ano's son, born in that way. When he was born with power, something in his hand. Some say it was a risk. And then he came with some birthmarks. So when he was born, his father, this young man was doing a lot of mysterious things, doing powerful things. So whenever he's doing those things, people will speak in their Chepo language as Anoche. Anoche means Ano, look at what Ano's son is doing. So the Anoche or Ano look then became Anoche.
So his father
took his name.
And Che is in the...
Yes. But others say his true name was Frempong Mansun Kotobre. So Frempong Mansun. So Frempong Mansun, and when we talk in language, you will understand Frempong Omanasu. That is the nation's year. It echoes the man's rule. So what it is that with his powers, he moved from several places before he landed at Asante Kingdom. So people believe he even passed through Kubo land, went through the Dintra where there was an issue, and he made the prophecy of looking for somebody with, there are some people with a skin with some flecks. That whitish thing in the fair skin. That is what he needed for sacrifices. And that person turned out to be a royal. So when he made that prophecy, the Dintra people had wanted to use him because he himself is very fair. So he fled from Dintra and then entered Ashanti with his friend he had made that time, Opimso, or this year, or Tutu was learning the art of statecraft from the Dintra courts. So it was there the oral tradition says they made friendship. So when finally Obri Ebua died, and then Nana Sarkodie Date, okay, of Antwerp led the delegation to Dintra and brought Odysseus Tutu back home. He was installed as a chief, and then the friendship between the two grew up. So Okomfanochi became the spiritual advisor to Tutu, and the combination of these two ensured the success of Ashanti in the war as well as diplomacy and statecraft.
Is there a relationship between Komfo-Anokye and Akwamu State?
So you will say Komfo-Anokye it doesn't have that relationship like Osei Tutu. Osei Tutu was someone when, at the height of the Akwamu's power, there was Otutu deity, Tutuabo, that when Osei Tutu's mother was someone who was having difficulty in bearing children. So his brother, who is the king, Obriyabua, sent her to the Tutuabo deity. And it was there that he was born. And they gave him the name Osei Tutu, okay, as someone who, back in the day, when
so Osei Tutu has a strong history with the Eastern region.
Yeah, he had so when he grew up and he was going and even serving there, he went with one of the warriors from there called Asamoah Kwanta. So it was Asamoah, after he was moving, he brought some guns from the Danish castle, and then Asamoah Kwanta led them through there, because he can show the way of crossing the, how do you call it, the water. So according to the oral history, when they were crossing, there was a bush pig. It is called Kokote. So the bush pig, the place he was able to cross, they realized that that place is narrow, and they follow the path of the Kokote or the bush pig. And that is why Asamoah Kwanta, who saw it and led them there, got the appellation Asamoah Kokote. So every Asamoah's appellation is Kokote. And he was a very energetic guy, very young. So they call him Omono. So other people also call him Omono Asamoah. So they moved all the way to Ashanti, and he was giving guns, and they formed the Akwamu division. And he gave them a place in Kumasi called Enum, because he was from Enum area. So he was called Enum Asamoah Kwanta. You get the point? So the Enum then got corrupted to Edum, and they became the chief executioners of Ashanti State. So that is the connection from that angle.
We know that the golden stool was conjured by Komfo-Anokye. How seminal is that in the Ashanti story? I mean, we sort of traced a bit of who Komfo-Anokye is. It seems to me as if the golden stool is really Ashanti power. And
it is the soul.
And they believe that is what binds the nation together.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting to me how somebody from Ukugwa, who was originally living here in Akwamu land, with Akwamu's military power, comes to befriend Osei Tutu, and they form this. So we can also say that some of the Akwamu powers of war, the Ashanti benefited from that, and also possibly the ability to use mystical powers, which you describe what Komfo-Anokye has.
Yeah, so it is a combination of stuff. So we can, back in the day, you can't talk about history, even in European history. If you go back to Norse history, about the Vikings, even among the Britons, back in, you talk of Merlin the wizard, you see, so back in the day, in all of our history, the element of mysticism is there. It's something we cannot move away. But however, in our African history, when this thing is being recounted, people sort of look down upon that and say, this couldn't have happened.
They downplay
it. But the European one, we say, okay, it's happened because of their color or whatever.
And because of the way they educated us.
Yes. So bringing it home to our discussion, this combination of mystical powers, religious, I will call it religious capabilities, which also enhances the militaristic capabilities as well as diplomacy. This all combined and ensure the success of Ashanti State.
Wonderful.
So that is how you should look at it.
This is the Heritage Month Honor Series. We're talking Eastern region. In this episode, we're discussing Ewukugwa as a route into the Komfo-Anokye conversation, and also trying to understand some of the various groups in the region. My name is Bernard Avle. My guest is Kweku Dakwankra. A few name checks. So there's a man I interviewed in the past few years called Kofi Otutu Edulabi. And he tells me he's from Ebru. And so when you mention the Otutu, and then you mention how Osei Tutu got his name, I think I made that connection. So actually, Osei Tutu's association with that part of history is where he probably got his name from.
Yes.
So it's probably not an originally Ashanti name.
Yeah, so the Otutu itself is not an Ashanti name. We got it from the Hiliguans, where the deity is, at Tutuabu deity. So Tutuabu is an uplifter, or thrower of stones, Tutuabu. Okay, so he throws stones, and that is the power of that deity. Mm-hmm. He gives children. Also, it was also a war deity. So if you go to Eburu, the chief of the community is called Otutukono, which when they come to the Accra and stay and were working, it become Otokuno in that name. So you see, there was also somebody who also came from that to Accra who is called Obuolabi, become Bolabi, and that sort of thing. So this, you see even the interconnection between the Hiliguans and even the Ga, as well as other communities.
I wanted you to talk a bit about the Guans, because you said the Ekwapim are a merger of migrant Akans and the Hiliguans.
Yeah.
For those who are not from there, it's not very clear to see, but when you sort of, I'll give you an example. When I'm covering elections, and I'm doing, so there's a primary for MPP, and you go to, say, the Ekropong area, you notice that there's a voting pattern, and it's within one party. Yeah. The latter people may have a certain preference, but the Ekropong people have a certain preference. And that distinction is very clear when they have those internal elections. Not very clear in the national picture. So is it that is there a clear distinction between the Guan group and the Akan group, even though they are all Ekwapims?
Yeah.
Can you sort of elaborate?
So linguistically,
yes.
Linguistically, you see the difference, because the very moment you move all the way from Ebri to Amanokrum, these are all Akan enclaves. Okay, the guy Opare Okoto that founded the Ebri, which is Ebude, the Ebu's own. Okay, Ebude, the one who Ebu's own, he owns the place, and then you go straight to Amanokrum, which is a Amano guy who was also a member of the Achim group that came. In fact, there's a connection between Amanokrum and Dodua, that line. That's why you see the name Amano in between those communities. So Amano, the founder of the community. Then you go to Ekropong, who were the Achim warriors that actually led the war by Oforikai, Oforikuma, who led the war and went there. And his family members were the people that were giving the land to rule, because they were the military leaders. So Safori or Oforikuma, Oforikai, that's the various name given to him. He started the foundation of the Ekwapim state during the agreement. So the Okri group, which is the five we mentioned, the Aprede, the Wu, and yes, and the others from the Abonsi side, who were a mixture of the Guan group as well as some Akans. And then you have the Gua group or Guan group, which is the Latte. So the Latte language they speak there is different from the one spoken by the Okri group.
But they are both Guans.
They are both. And so what it is that there is similarity in their language. So they are speaking a dialect of a Guan. But when Latte person speak, the Okri person understands.
They are mutually
but they may not speak the same way. It's just like speaking Evedome and Awono.
So can we say the Ekwapim tree was a mixture of the way the Guan spoke and how the Achim spoke, sort of merging?
Yes.
Because Achim people's tree is a bit more similar to the what we know as Asante tree.
Yeah.
But
so
then,
I like the angle you took. So it is hybridization.
Yes.
Every language, when it interacts with an Aboriginal language, produces a unique hybridized language. So Ekwapim is a hybrid. The ones that Achim brought, the ones Mampon people from the Ashanti area also brought today in the Mampon state, all commingled with the Aboriginal languages of Latte and the Okre to produce that unique Ekwapim language. In the same way, if you go to Western region, the Takradi and other Fantis there, you see the Fanti language intermingled with Ahanta people between Impoho and then others in Sekendi, as well as the Nzaba language, producing that unique language there. You see the Fantis also coming to the Central Regional Enclave. Their language mixing with the Etsi language to produce that unique Bono language they brought from Techiman to produce the Infante. And then also mixed with some Portuguese and European languages. So you see how the languages can come about. Look at Ga. The language, whatever language historically we claim they are brought from the East, either Yoruba or wherever, also intermingled with the Obutu language, with the people of Senya Breku areas, also producing the unique Ga language they speak today. In Volta region, the same way, if you go to the reason why the Volta area is a little bit different from this thing is it's intermingled with the Aboriginal Eti and Guans that were there. So you see element of Akan names. So why will Kwankrom become Kwandu? Because they do in every language this word. Town. And the town was founded by Aboriginal person who moved all the way from the Guan areas of BA, moved all the way down there and found Kwankrum. When the West came to me, they became Kwandu, and now we have Pandu. So this, you see
that's
it in
that's very controversial. I'm sure I'll have a long letter from somebody.
You won't have any long letter because it's established work that Apowazi, who is a true elder, has written about.
No, I do understand that the elders in the Vedome side, so Kwando, Krepi, Peki areas, there's a lot of Akan influence.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the Kwando.
Unfortunately, when people, we are all mixture.
Yeah.
Who is a true Ewe today? Okay? We all came to meet people, but always the history favors the superpower, the one with the numbers, that bury others within them. So when we even get the name of the Aboriginals, we are trying to say, I belong to the major group, because that is the people who are now telling the story. Wonderful. So somebody comes from Water region, it's called Asiedu, Ejieni. This is a typical Ewe name. You will know, somebody is called Jisan. You will say you will have to find a way within the Ewe language and look for Ewe variables to translate it. But if you go back, you will see that not Akan but Akan themselves also borrowed a lot from the Eti and the Guans.
So the whole thing is the Guan and the Guan are the people.
We all came to meet them.
They are the people we have to mix with and mix.
So the Guan were Aboriginals, the Eti were Aboriginals. Okay. Then if you go to Cape Coast, the Cape Coasters, who were the Fetu, were Aboriginals. Abrem were also there, Elmina were. These were Aboriginal groups that were there. Komante, the Indodum were also Aboriginal. They are not Guans, they are not Eti, but they are also different. Wow. So you see all these Aboriginal ethnic groups, Asebu, at a communicated in this hometown. They are also the same people. It is the people from Asebu that's going to find the Disco, lower and upper Disco, and those areas. They are all the same people.
Wow. I like that trajectory. I want to come back to the Hilly Guans and end on Latte, because I've grown up with a lot of Lattes when I was... who are the Latte people and how different are they as Guans?
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Fly Emirates first and business class and look forward to a journey that's as incredible as your destination. Start your holiday with delicious fine dining, impeccable service, and comfort that's out of this world. Sip drinks in our A380 onboard lounge on flights from Dubai and beyond. Watch a movie and drift into a restful sleep in flatbed seats. Treat yourself to Emirates first and business class. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Push! Congratulations! A bouncy baby. It's time to feed your baby.
Yes. I want to thank you for your advice to go for the COVID-19 vaccination during my pregnancy. I was worried, but the way you assured me helped me a lot. I had my peace of mind from the fear of getting seriously sick with COVID-19 and also carried my pregnancy to full term without any complications. Now I have a bouncy baby.
I'm glad you took our advice. You see, every pregnant woman needs to know that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for her and her unborn baby.
You are right, Auntie Ness.
There are people going around spreading rumors.
Yes, so all kinds of wild rumors and misinformation. Look, I got pregnant after my first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Went for my second dose while pregnant. Yet, I carried it full term and just delivered a healthy baby. I will go for the booster on my first postnatal visit.
You were right not to listen to them. The vaccine protected you and your baby from severe COVID-19 illness and hospitalization and can protect all pregnant women and their unborn babies. Hey, please, attend to your precious baby.
My beloved baby.
The COVID-19 vaccine is safe for pregnant women and their unborn babies. Protect yourself, protect your baby, get vaccinated now. This message is from the Ministry of Health and Ghana Health Service with support from USAID and partners.
High sense, yet yes, it's you talk. Now, so I found that so yet D. Miss Auntie, yes, I shall be simple crowd, dear mamma. Ya to me din say high sense super promo. Ya nyama ne buono. Ya sa hwe ni nyina bio. Impo yɛmfa so mpo, ɛyɛ firi so, sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ mfasodeɛ de ama wo. Yɛkɔ no first come, first serve. Nneɛma no saa na asa. Hisense super promo yi. Ɛwɔ yɛ showrooms nyinaa. Ɛwɔ Ghana fa na nyinaa. Hisense kwa ne ma 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Yɛ nneɛma boda from change aka nyinaa. Change aka nyinaa. Hisense change aka nyinaa. Na yɛ papa change aka nyinaa. Hayo, every 28 February, akɔpem 8 March. A Hisense super promo. Hisense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Keys. What could be simpler than a key? Who doesn't have a key? A car key, an office key, a drawer key. But there's one key that rules them all. The house key. The key to a place we call home. The key to the home where everything comes together. The key to a home that is our own. A home where we make life happen with our families and loved ones. Adoha has been working hard for over 30 years to make home ownership within reach for many. Say yes to property with Adoha. Your dream home is one call away. Your dream home is a few clicks away. Visit our Accra project, The Place, by calling 030-2789-757.
1xBet. Easy betting, easy winnings. 1xBet, the most reliable service to make deposits easily with high odds and numerous bonuses on the spot. Register now at 1xBet.com.gh. Use promo code BESTODDSGH. Get 300% bonus up to 3,445 Ghana cedis on your first deposit. Easy to use, easy to have a chance to win. 1xBet, reliable bookmaker. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Enjoy the best of convenience and security on AT Money. Carry out all your mobile money related transactions on the go. Send or receive cash, pay bills, move cash in and out of your bank account from anywhere at any time. Airtel Tigo Money, your most secured and trusted mobile money service.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
So, like the people we know that historically, they were also on the south. And they were led by their leader, Ade Fianku, and they moved all the way. So they call them latte, firestone in the language. Firestone, latte.
Right?
No, so the language itself.
So it's their language.
The language itself,
okay.
Which is Obutu Aguan, which is the Senyabriku people. And their language completely influenced Ghana language.
So that's why the non-Guans actually borrowed the Guan language.
Which non-Guans?
None, I mean not.
The non-Guans.
So I'm Ewe. Fred is Ga. These are the people who rather chose and used Guan words and adopted it into their language.
Just like the Fantis to borrow from the AT, who are aboriginals. So for AT Kasa, they have taken AT language.
So latte is stone, fire.
Firestone.
You know what's funny? And this is very, I lived in a place called Firestone in Medina.
That's why I lived
a lot of
myself.
people, my neighbors were latte people. But the company there, which was called Firestone, was different because that company was, they had a franchise for this American Thai company. So that's why they call it Firestone. But there's a lot of latte people who lived in that entity. But that's a different story. So the latte people, you say, were also from the south. Before they mingled with the Akans. And so what's the headquarters? Is it Edukrom?
No. The latte people are, latte Kubiase used to be the headquarters. Okay, and they have, but now they are divided. You have the latte Kubiase, which is down there, and latte Ahinase at the top. So if you reach latte, if you ever go to the town, you see one road leads down, another one leads
They are the same people.
They are the same people, but with their different leader. So Ajemfre and his people are at the top. which is the Latahinasi. And then you go to the Kubiasi area, getting to the down there, you have the Jedun Kansen and his people right there. So the Jedun Kansen were the first people to be there before other people came to. So they also were different groups. They passed through different trajectories, but they speak the same language. Before the people who were there, who called themselves the original, the Jampo people, which now you understand as Jampo, were also there. Jampo, which is, I was there, Aboriginal, who was a settler there, first to come. So they are there and they call them, now the name has become Jampo, the family, as it is.
It's funny. And then the Jampo I know says is from South Pond.
No, the mother, because of he's using a kind of matrilineal system. So if your mother comes from a community.
Also, Jampo is Latte on the father side.
Yes, and the mother comes from South Pond. So that makes him a Fanti.
Because his address is Prebil something.
Prabil, the original place where Professor P.A.V. Ansah lived.
I see.
That's why
we'll leave it here. Like, so much to learn. We've just been picking two main issues in the Eastern region. We first discussed the Akwamu, trace their trajectory. We've also looked at Ewukugwa and Komfanoche and sort of try and understand a bit of the Ekwapim groups. There's a lot more we'll do. This is our own issues on Heritage Month. My name is Bernard Avle. My guest, Kwekudakwan. In the central region, all the key places you would pass through is Salt Pond. So today, Kwekudakwan will give us the signals of Salt Pond. But what is interesting, we'll talk about Salt Pond. And then if we're driving towards Cape Coast, there are about 6 towns you get through to Yamoransa before you get to Cape Coast proper. He'll give us the significance of Salt Pond in the context of that whole area. Kweku, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, too.
It's good to have you. So, Salt Pond, if somebody were a stranger and just landed in the Gold Coast, they would have thought Salt Pond was the capital because there are so many important things that happen in Salt Pond. How did Salt Pond become so significant in Ghana's history?
So, commercially and politically. So when the Anumabo township was invaded by the Ashanti, the harbor, the businesses went down. Most of Anumabo people fled to Cape Coast, and both the Cape Coast became what it is. The intellectual forces from there all left, and then some also found themselves in Salt Pond. But because Salt Pond has deep waters, it became a place where a lot of shipment took place. So if you go back to historical geography of Ghana, that's K.B. Dixon's work, Kwame B. Dixon's work, you see the changing indexes in terms of volume of trade, moving all the way from Anamabu and Salt Pond, emerging as the next commercial center. So that's how you see it alongside Cape Coast. Before later, everything came to Accra because of the capital being moved from Cape Coast to Accra.
So Anamabu, prior to that war, was the center of intellectual power in the
commercial power.
Anamabu.
That was Anamabu. So that was what was there. Then politically, when in the right to our nationalist or independence agenda, Salt Pond became the place for foundation of UGCC, United Gold Coast Convention, in 4th August 1948. So around that time, 47 rather, when they went there for the formation, a very rich merchant called Abiomens gave his lodge, a house called Kenyan Lodge, and that is where they met all the power players in the Gold Coast politics then, and then they founded the place. Abiomens' grandson, until recently he passed, was the oldest of Fatopim who was living. If you ever see some pictures about him, the son is also a professor.
Wow.
One of his brother, the one that also died recently, Horatio Mens, who was in Mungwa. So those important mercantile family provided that burden in Salt Pond. And also, Nkrumah, also when he was founding the CPP, also sent it in 1949, was also founded in Salt Pond. So Salt Pond has been described as the political mecca of Ghana.
You described the topography of the place and said it suited the ships bringing their wares because it had a better natural port. And it's also on the eastern part from Anamabu, where Cape Coast is on the western part. But the people from Salt Pond...
No, both are on the western side part. It's Mankasim, which is
sorry, Mankasim. So sorry. Let's just, if you are from Mankasim, do you get to Salt Pond?
You get to Salt Pond, then you go to Kromanti, Abanzi, Eja, Anamabu, Birua, then you go to Akatechia, then Yamuensa. From Yamuensa, you go to Mori. From Mori to Amasana, then you go to Cape Coast.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So Anumabo is in the center. The intellectuals moved to the west, to Cape Coast, and then the business community moved to the east, to Salt Pond.
Yes.
So Anumabo is in between Salt Pond and Cape Coast. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
So it's almost like they benefited, both Cape Coast and Salt Pond benefited from Anumabo's decline.
Yeah, a lot.
That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what, okay. Now, people from Salt Pond, they call themselves by a certain interesting name. They say they are Achimfo. What does that mean?
So, you know, the Fanti communities, most of them have their Fanti names and their European names. So, Apam, they are called Apa, Simpa, Winiba, okay, Ogwa, Cape Coast. You see, how do you call Drama, Manford. So, these are the Umewule, Mori. You see that Atetechi, Commander.
Wow.
Edina, Elmina, Sekuni, Sekendi.
So the real names are the first ones you are mentioning.
Yes, so
the second ones are the anglicized versions.
The anglicized versions. So that is how the Fanti communities are. So Salt Pond, they are Achemfo.
How did Achemfo become Salt Pond?
Yes, because it is a salt pond because in Chile is salt. In
Chile, salt.
So in Chile, people mine salt. That was the job that was doing there. So, so a little bit of history is that the Salt Pond is part of Nkusukum traditional area. And their headquarters is in Yamuransa. So when the Fantis were coming from Techiman, the Nkusukum people were the people who formed the rage. They were in between. So they called it Odemia, the rage. They formed the rage. And they came to with the Fantis and settled first at the Mazin. Their leader was called Opeyin Nkusu. So his people then became Nkusukum. And when they were at Salt Pond, some of them moving magazine, some of them started moving out. One of them moved to a place called Kuntu. Okay? The another one going to Amachem. And then one of them also went to find a town called Nankasado because someone killed a very big elephant and people used to go there and go and have the meat. So where the big meat is at, Nankasado. So the leader of the Nkusukum group was called Kowekum Koro, who killed Buffalo. So this guy moved with his people through Salt Pond, and then through when he reached Pronante, the Ingedun people were there. Passed through Abanza, people from all corners of the world who have settled below the Fort Amsterdam at the top there, Pronante, and they have become a town of their own. So they are amalgamation of people. Then they moved to Eja, which is also Aboriginal 18 community, and then Anumabo, where the mixture of Infanti and Aboriginal 18 were. So all these people were already occupied. So then he moved to Birua.